Insurance. Even if your insurance is not due now, call or visit Twin City for a free gift and a free cost analysis. Kemper and Twin City Insurance. That's Twin City Insurance, 29 South College Avenue, Newton. Fax quotes on package policy from Kemper is available.
There you go. Now you got it together. Back here at Bandys, we had a low-flying aircraft that interrupted our transmission there for just a second, but here's the end of that cheer tonight for Cheerwine, the Bandys cheerleaders.
Time for the Cook cheerleading. Cheer. All right, take it away, lady.
Let's go down on the field to get that toss of the coin right now.
You have one toss. You wish to first. They want the toss. No, that means the first. You all have to.
All right. And we just got the toss of the coin down there. Up close and personal. We're back in the moment with the kickoff of tonight's game. Stay close. We got you covered live and exclusive here on WNNC and WIRC. 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sports Voices.
You'll score big savings now with a new car from Armstrong Ford. Now at Armstrong Ford, all new 98s are priced to move, so get yours in time to attend all the games. Armstrong Ford scores points with beautiful new 98 cars, trucks, sport utility vehicles, and 4x4s, all priced to make this a winning season of savings. You'll appreciate the great team spirit at Armstrong Ford because everyone works together to make you the captain of the winning team. Terry Moore, general manager at Armstrong Ford, has the best team in the business, from their first-string sales department to the powerful backfield in the service department. Everyone works together to help you score with a new car or truck that's right for you. Plus, you'll get extra points with tremendous savings and service after the sale. So touchdown soon at Armstrong Ford, Highway 70 in Hickory, and join the winning team. Armstrong Ford, proud supporters of high school football in the Catawba Valley.
Time for the first half kickoff as we get ready. The Bandys Trojans and Newton-Conover Red Devils, sponsored by the Flowers Company. And the man to bring you tonight's play-by-play action, my partner, Dave in the morning.
And here we go, Juju. The Red Devils do kick it off. The Bandys at a fighting return as the Chris Douglas, of course, brings it back. Gets knocked down along the far side of the field over there in front of the Newton-Conover band, as a matter of fact. And finally gets knocked out. He will be down at about the, let's see where they place that football, down along the sidelines. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bandys. It looks like the ball is going to be at about the 17-yard line, somewhere in that neighborhood. 1st and 10.
6-yard return by Douglas and good coverage that time, and a penalty flag on the play. We're going to see what happens, but it's going to go against the Trojans, blocking below the waist, kind of a crackback or a chop block. It looked like, Yanni, was that the call?
I think it was blocking below the waist, Juju. Really have not seen the signal yet. There seems to be some confusion on the yard marker.
All right.
So whatever is going to happen, the Trojans are not going to have great field position as they start out on offense. Our starting lineup brought to you by Catawba Memorial Hospital. And don't forget Catawba Memorial Hospital, Catawba County's only comprehensive cancer treatment center. Our starting lineup, first for the Bandys High Trojans on offense. They'll go with Wesley Sigmund at center, with Brad Rader and Justin Lell at the guards. Tackles John Vaughn and Bradley Muir. And Zed Campbell will be the end. Brian Moss, Robbie Stewart, Marcus Hewitt, the receiver, and Chris Douglas, the running back, tailback for the Trojans. 1,063 yards. He averages over 100 yards per ball game and 17 touchdowns on the season.
Brian Moss is the quarterback, and here come the Trojans with their first play. The pitch back. Douglas, of course, left side. Going to be brought down at about the 29-yard line. Still got some running room as he runs to the left side. Lee Hallman and Ricky Weaver on the tackle for Newton-Conover on the play, but not before a first down run for Lee Douglas immediately as he takes it to the left side. The ball is going to be at the 29-28 8-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
Trojans put Robbie Stewart in motion to give him some extra time in the block over there, and Douglas picked up 12 yards. That's his average.
Here comes the run to the right side again. It's Douglas. He sweeps to the right, going to be tackled and brought down after about 8 yards. He's at the 38-yard line. Ricky Weaver is on the stop there. Also, Michael Anthony on the tackle as well. But another nice run for Chris Douglas, who started out quite a few ball games by just putting them into the end zone with a couple of plays, Juju.
Big carry that time, Dave. 8 yards. They're just spreading the field and let Douglas stretch the field on those sweeps. And so far, 2 good plays by the Trojans. Great situation. 2nd down and short near the 40-yard line.
All right, here come the Trojans, 2nd and short. The ball is at the 38, straight ahead football. This time, Red Devils swarm. Some of that gang tackling that they've done. Douglas won't go anywhere this time. He might have got the 1st down and then driven back. Looks like he did. 1st and 10. So, again, another 1st down, number 3 for the Trojans after getting the opening kickoff. And the ball is going to be close to the 40 line.
Yeah, it looks like Bandys getting good blocking when they run that sweep on the corner.
And here we go. The ball is going to be at the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. And the handoff to the right side is going to be, again, 3 or 4 yards. Chris Douglas again on the carry. Looks like Alvin Gibson on the stop, like only a couple of yards. Matt Hodge also over there as well. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to clean up the technical.
Kitchens of the area's finest restaurants, you'll find top quality equipment supplied by Denver Equipment Company. You'll find their equipment in the kitchens of Sagebrush Steakhouse and Saloon, Western Steer, Prime Sirloin, Chesapeake Bagel Bakery, Bennett's Smokehouse and Saloon, and many more. And they can help you at home, too. Call Denver Equipment Company at 322-8020 or 800-222-9746. Denver Equipment Company in Hickory and Denver, always proud supporters of high school sports in the Valley.
Call David or Nora Swink about installing a new Root heat pump. You'll be amazed how much more comfortable your home will be with a new Root. You'll get year-round comfort in your home thanks to Root heat pumps and Swink heating, air conditioning, and electric. Warmth in the winter and refreshing coolness in the summer. Year-round comfort at prices that are easily affordable, whether it's 10 or 110 degrees. You'll feel just right with a Root heat pump from Swink Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Highway 10 and Mount Olive Church Road, Newton.
We're back. Here we go. Got it together a little bit now. Apparently there's some low-flying planes around tonight. It's going to create some problems for us, but we're going to be okay. I don't know if there's choppers around or not. It's going to be 2nd down now, and about 8 yards to go, bringing us up to speed, Juju.
Trojans get another 1st down. Douglas and Robbie Stewart, they have 3 on this drive. They cross the 50-yard line, Dave, as the Bandys has it. The Newton-Conover 41-yard line just running the football.
Back to it. Here we go. The pass to the right side is going to be complete. And the ball is going to be at about the 33, 34-yard line. Maybe close to the 1st down. Cornelius in on the receiving end. The Brian Moss pass that time, Juju. It's going to be 3rd and still shy. The ball will be at about the, looks like the 34-yard.
Moss doesn't throw as much as this season, Dick. He's only thrown the ball 40 times as it has. But that was a good pass, as Cornelius didn't have to do much to right his hands, and he got close to the 1st down.
3rd down and short, and the handoff is straight ahead football. Douglas gang tackled. He got the 1st down, though. Only needed about a yard. He got about 2 out of the carry.
Great game, and he said this week, Bandy tried to drive the length of the field, give up the big play. Well, my friend, that is what the Trojans are doing on this 1st drive, Danny, is running the ball inside and outside so far.
Yeah, they really are. Randy Loman right now, as we speak, you call for a timeout. See, something he didn't like, but the Trojans are really pecking away, and that's what really wears your defense down over the course of the game. I don't expect them to be wore out right now, but it could show up later on.
Time has been called now. We've got 8 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock in the 1st quarter. Nobody scored here at Bandys. Newton-Conover nothing. Bandys. As we cover the Valley football live and exclusive on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sports Boys.
X100, Kawasaki's KX line gives you superior technology and the bikes to be a winner. Race in and check out the Kawasaki KX line today. Kawasaki of Hickory, off 321 North, behind Secor in Hickory, the old airport road.
Howard Furniture in Denver is your one-stop home furnishing and decorating center for quality appliances by GE, bedding by Serta, and carpeting by Mohawk. And an excellent display of wonderful furniture for every room in your home. Not only that, Howard Furniture provides the advice of a professional interior decorator to assist with your selection of floor coverings, wall coverings, countertops, accessories, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, and laminated floors. Howard Furniture does it all. From Newton on Highway 16, take a left on Highway 50. Howard Furniture.
We're back. A second down is coming now for the Trojans Bandys. And here comes the pitch back to guess who. Douglas has got the ball. Breaks the tackle to the right side of the 20. He's going to be tackled at about the 14-yard line. And finally going to be stopped there as the Trojans get another first down in this ball game. That's going to be number 5 tonight for the Bandys Trojans.
Methodical drive by the Trojans. Robbie Stewart a moment ago picked up good yardage at that time. And good blocking out front is Chris Douglas. Newton-Conover's got guys around the football, Dave, but the Trojans just really getting good, solid blocking, knocking guys off the ball. Short yardage situation, but moving it right down the field.
Brian Moss is ready again. Here comes another 1st and 10. This time, driven back, no place to go. Big tackle there by Rico Hewitt. A one-on-one for Chris Douglas as he's driven back. Danny, what do you see along the sidelines there? They know he's going to get the ball, but they can't stop him.
They really can't, Dave. He really just needs a small seam, and he can turn a 1-yard gain into a 12-yard gain in a real hurry.
All right, it's going to be second down. They stopped him that time, and about a yard gain, so it'll be 2nd and 9. 7:33 on the clock. Bandys is the location for the footballs tonight all across the Catawba Valley. We've got you covered at Lincolnton, at West Iredell, East Lincoln, also North Iredell, and St. Stephen. Here comes Brian Bloss again, the quarterback. Pitches it back to Douglas. Left side this time. He's to the 10. He's tackled at the 6-yard line and brought down at about the 6. Alvin Gibson on the stop as Douglas gets dropped at about the 6-yard line, close to the 5. It'll be 3rd down and about 3, a long 3 for the first down. And, of course, at the 5, they only need 5 for a touchdown.
Gibson strung the play out, made a good tackle. Douglas was over 50 yards rushing on this drive alone, and Chris Gibbs checks in, the former Newton-Conover running back. Dave, they'll go to the power eye situation. Gibbs and Stewart the up backs, and Douglas dotting the power eye here to the right.
Brian Bloss is ready, and here comes the handoff left side. This time it's going to Chris Gibbs, and he's going to be tackled at about the line of scrimmage. He got maybe... In fact, he might have lost a little bit on the play. Let's see where they place it down.
He may, Dave. He's down close to the first down, Danny. As you look at, they could still get a first down. The Trojans can, but there's a flag on the play.
There is a flag, and in that area, it's usually either encroachment or holding, Juju, so we'll just wait for the call right here.
All right, flag is down, and it's going to be procedure against Bandys call.
When they go to that power eye situation, they've run Chris Gibbs quite a bit this year on the inside, kind of a change-up of Chris Douglas, if you will. Gibbs has scored a lot of touchdowns this year, 2-point conversion.
So that'll back it up here with 6 minutes and 26 seconds short on the clock.
So again, it was down close to the first down. A procedure call will take it back 5, so the Trojans will have the ball now. It'll be, I believe, 3rd down and about 8, 3rd and 8 now for the Trojans. Outside, just outside the 10, Dave, as they mark it about the 10.5-yard line.
6:25 on the clock. First quarter, nobody scored. The Trojans have got the football. Brian Moss lined up there with Chris Gibbs and Chris Douglas in the backfield. Robbie Stewart in there. Here comes emotion as they go from the left to the right side. The pitch back goes to Douglas. He tries to cut to the inside. Breaks the tackle. He's to the 5. Cuts back inside for the touchdown. Bandys has scored as he just threads his way into the end zone and scores for the Bandys Trojans here with exactly 6 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock. It is now a 6-0 ball game as Bandys lead here at Bandys.
15 plays, 84 yards, and Newton-Conover had guys around the football. Douglas just juked his way and then cut back, and a couple of tackles just air, Dave, and there's a bad snap.
And the extra point attempt is going to be no good. So now the score will remain with 6:02 on the clock in the first quarter. It's Bandys 6, And Newton-Conover, nothing. As we cover all the Valley football from St. Stephen's, from North Iredell, from East Lincoln, West Iredell, and Lincoln. And we do it here on the Sports Voice.
Stop, go, stop. Going to the store, taking the kids to school, driving in traffic. Tough on your engine. You need Lube Time's Pennzoil oil change service. Fast, convenient oil change service you can trust at 4 Lube Time locations. No appointment necessary. Stop, go. Pennzoil, Lube Time.
There's wall-to-wall satellite football on 7 screens every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at Hickory Station. Meet all your friends and watch your favorite teams in action. Hickory Station, downtown Hickory. Famous for good sports, good fun, and good food. With a great Sunday brunch and very popular weekday buffet lunch.
At Catawba Valley Community College, success is closer than you think. You can prepare for a good job in 2 years or less, or choose the college transfer program to begin a 4-year degree. When planning for the future, plan to start at CVCC, your affordable hometown choice.
If you're an employer looking for reliable people to work, call Jim Turner at 464-4041 and find out about the Total Media Job Line. Looking for work? Call the Total Media Job Line at 466-A-JOB. The Total Media Job Line.
We're back. Newton-Conover's got the football. Cavario Finger is going to return it after the Bandys kick. Juju and the Red Devils will get the ball for the first time tonight. The ball is going to be at about the 21-yard line where Newton-Conover will get it first and 10. About a 10-yard return there, according to our statistician Ed Wheeler, for Cavario Finger.
Clint Smith in on the tackle. Trojans go 84 yards save on 15 plays. Chris Douglas had 75 of those yards on the ground.
All right, here comes Taylor Spencer, the quarterback, going to pitch it back behind him, and no place to go as Ledoux Wilson is going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Coming through the line is going to be Chris Gibbs, one of the guys in on the stop for the Bandys Trojans. Lost about a yard, 2 yards maybe, second down and 11. So what's the difference? Did you watch the Bandys team? You called the game. That time around, it took a strong drive from one end of the field to the other compared to some big runs in previous ball games and quick scores.
Red Devils got quickness on defense. They did not give up the big play, but the Trojans, David, just simply right now talent. And the defense isn't bad either as they stop Wilson. Bandys defense giving up yardage this year. They're number 1 in the league. Only 140 yards all for an entire game and just over 100 yards on the ground. So it tells you the defense just as solid as that offense.
Third down now, Juju, and about 8 yards to go as the big third down play comes up. And Wheeler starts squirming over there. Taylor Spencer's the quarterback out of the I formation. Here come the Red Devils, and he wants to throw. He cocks that left-handed wobbly pass. It's going to be picked off. Bandys intercepted at the 43. Back up to the 40, to the 39. Lamont Moss is going to be jumped out of bounds, and a flag is down as he goes out alongside the Bandys bench at about the 34-yard line.
Moss with the interception, just a floater down to Cavario Finger, and Moss has the easy interception as he comes back for Spencer this year. That is his 4th interception on the year, and they bring it right back, Dave. So the Trojans, there'll be a penalty flag against Bandys. Nonetheless, to hold on to the ball and get the ball close to about the 50-yard line. And Danny, the Bandys defense not as big as last year, but I think maybe just maybe a little bit quicker, huh?
I think they are quicker, Juju, and they do a lot more schemes, a lot more stunts out of that defense. You see them blitzing a lot more this year than they have because they know they have the speed to make up for wherever they might mess up up front.
First and 10. Trojans have got the ball. And the ball is going to be at the 48-yard line, and it's going to be Newton-Conover territory.
Not good when Bandys had the ball for 5 minutes, drove 84 yards in 15 plays, and the Red Devils only run 3 plays, Dave, and the defense is back on the field.
Brian Moss is ready. He wants to throw this time. Cocks it, fires a deep one down. It's going to be incomplete. The ball is at the 25. Marcus Hewitt was down there. And it's going to be Michael Anthony in on the defense for Newton-Conover on the play.
He broke it up, a good play. The ball floated again. Anthony, great recovery that time. Hewitt was open for a minute, but Anthony came and knocked the ball away.
All right, it'll be a second down and still 10 yards to go.
Danny, we don't see Bandys like they threw a lot last year. They ran a lot of screen passes. We haven't seen the Trojans do much of that this year.
Well, they haven't been in many positions where they had to, Juju. They've jumped out in front of people early, and Randy Love's not the kind of person to run the score up, and that's oftentimes when you perceive it when the ball goes in the air.
1, 2, 3, 4 Red Devil defenders. Ricky Weaver, the first to get to Chris Douglas, and he still didn't want to go down. That guy must be able to pick up me in one hand and you in the other hand, Juju, and hold us over his head.
Trey Luke jumped on the pile there and flipped overwards, and it wasn't a late hit. He kind of just jumped on the pile, Dave, and the Red Devils still playing hard on defense. They need to stop on this series because they've been on the field the whole first quarter.
Big play, 3rd down and 8 now for Bandys Trojans. And this time there's going to be a pass to the corner. Here comes your screen you was looking for, and it's going to be a complete. And first down to the right corner. He breaks loose. He's going to go all the way down the right sideline to the 10, to the 5. Brandon Klein scores. You got to say Klein just did not want to be brought down. He goes 46 yards, and Bandy scores. He caught the ball. 2 Red Devil defenders hit him about 5 yards downfield after he got the reception, Juju. He fought loose from the tackles, broke into the clear, took it on home for a Bandy score. It's 12-0.
Just a nice little pass by Moss, just out of the flat, David. He put his head down and ran through a couple of tackles. And you're right, took it a safe pass to turn into a big play by the Trojans.
So it's going to be a 12-0 ball game with 3:39 showing on the clock now. As the extra point attempt is going for 2 to try to make up for the one they missed a little bit earlier. And here comes the pass, and it's incomplete. They went to the corner. It'll be incomplete. So 3:39 on the clock, and the score remains the same as we'll go live to Lincoln and West Iredell, East Lincoln, North Iredell, and St. Stephen when we come back. But it's Bandys 12, and Newton-Conover nothing as we cover all the Valley football on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sports Boys.
When savings on your mind, call Mid-State.
Since 1944, Mid-State Contractors has been the place people turn to for top-quality paving jobs. For driveways, parking lots, tennis courts, subdivisions, even shopping centers, they'll tackle any job regardless of size. Mid-State Contractors does top-quality work every step of the way. So call the paving pros at Mid-State Contractors. Free estimates, of course. Highway 70 East Hickory.
Mid-State is our name. Paving is our game.
Cook Sporting Goods is your headquarters for all your sporting equipment. They do sports right. Whatever your sport, Cook's has your equipment. Cook Sporting Goods has a general sporting team division, weight and fitness department, ski and snowboard department, a tennis department, activewear and sweats, a full line of sporting goods. You can even get leather jackets from Cook's. Come in today and let one of their courteous staff members help you find just what you need to improve your game. Cook Sporting Goods, 2628 2nd Street, Northwest Hickory. We do sports right.
Friday night football in the Catawba Valley. There's nothing else like it as we do it live and exclusive for you here on the Sports Voice.
Newton-Conover needs something good to happen here, Dave. They need to take up some time and move the football. That touchdown pass to Brandon Klein, Rod Skaggs says, his first pass reception of the season, and he takes it in for a touchdown. What a way to go.
All right, here come the Red Devils. Long count there under center. Handoff straight ahead as Ledoux Wilson, who's the workhorse for the Red Devils, picks up about a yard, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9 on the play. It's going to be Gibbs on the tackle. Rader on the tackle also helping out for the Bandys Trojans. 2nd and 1.
Justin Lale also in there, too. And right now, Bandys defense getting around the football, not giving Ledoux Wilson any room to run the ball. He has not even seen a hole yet tonight. And the Red Devils now at 2nd in another long situation.
All right, here comes the snap, and it's going to be again breaking loose this time. Pretty good run up the middle goes Ledoux Wilson. He had a little bit of a hole. He fought for some extra yardage to the 42-yard line, and that's where he's going to be stopped on the play. 3rd down and short for Newton-Conover.
Danny, looks like the Bandys defense has about 10 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they really do, Juju, and because they have that speed on the corners, they can take those kind of chances. But if they break that line of scrimmage, the Red Devils, then it could be off to the races.
All right, Taylor Spencer out of that I formation, and he wants to run himself for the ball. Gets a couple of yards, not much at all.
But Ron Smith in on the tackle that time as Spencer kept it on the opposite. He's going to be short, Dave, of about I guess about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down, and you almost believe the Red Devils are going to go for it, down 2 touchdowns in the closing 2 minutes of the first quarter.
That's exactly what they're going to do, Juju. Everybody's on their feet around here. 4th on a very short yard. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Bandys lead. Head up. Whoa! Monster.
Oh, Greg Bennett just laid a lick on. That time, I believe it was Gibson. And Danny, it was a massive hit by Greg Bennett that time.
It really was, Juju. He met him right at the line of scrimmage, and that's where the play stopped. A big hit by number 55 for the Trojans.
Yeah, Greg Bennett took Gibson, and lifted him right up out of his shoes and flipped him backwards. And a big play by the defensive line will take over at the Newton-Conover 41 on down.
And let's do this. The Bandys getting the ball. 1st and 10. The ball is going to be at the 41-yard line. We're going to St. Stephen's in just 1 second. Here's the hole out the other end. And it's going to be a big run by Chris Gibbs. Gibbs on the run gets the ball down to the 26-yard line, where it's going to be a 1st and 10 as Gibbs carries the ball and gets it down to the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. I was going to St. Stephen's, but we'll hold it here for a second.
Wait, the Trojans now starting to open up a little bit. Gibbs in there now with Douglas in the I formation.
Brian Bloss is ready, wants to pitch it back to Douglas. Douglas threads his way forward, tries to cut back to the right side. There's flags all over the place. He's running all over, finally going to be tackled at about the 34-yard line. A big loss there, depending on what the flag is going to be about. Holding is going to be called.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Zach Spiegel in on the tackle. That time the defense with the Red Devils strung out the play, Dave, and forced Douglas to turn around and change his field of motion. They were around the football.
Let's go to St. Stephen's. Frank Huffman is there, standing by. We get ourselves up to date on the South Caldwell Saints battle on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks, guys, and welcome back to St. Stephen's. Here in Hickory, South Caldwell taking a 6-0 lead as Preston Austin connected 5 yards with Chris Cook on a slant pattern going left to right for the touchdown. The point after failed, and South Caldwell leads 6-0 after taking advantage of a blocked punt and took over deep in St. Stephen's territory at the 19-yard line. They needed 7 plays to cap the drive, and St. Stephen's trails 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. Live from St. Stephen's, this is Frank Huffman on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. Now back to Dave and Juju at Bandys.
Thanks, Frank. Great job. A minute 20 left, Juju, and there's more points just went on the board for the Bandys Trojans.
33-yard touchdown pass to Chris Gibbs. He was running right down the middle of the field by the hash marks and wide open. Took it in for the score. Danny, perfect play that time.
It really was set up beautiful, and right down the middle, Juju went straight down the field. Brian Moss, the super pass, hit him on the run for the score.
And a 1st and 20 situation, Bandy scored, Dave, on another big play.
All right, here comes the point after. They're going to go for 2, going to try to toss the football. Looking to throw, finally does. It's going to be...
I believe it's a 2-point conversion. Is it good? It went to Zeb Campbell. I don't know. I didn't see the official mark it.
Did you mark it, Danny?
It was no good. He called it trap, Dave. He said that the ball hit the ground first. No good.
That's what I thought. That's the reason I didn't want to say good, because I'd get it thrown up to me from now on. 1 minute 3 seconds showing up on the clock. It is 18-0. Bandys lead Newton-Conover. And it's going to be South Caldwell leading St. Stephen's. When we come back, we're going to check some other locations as well, as we do it live and exclusive all across the valley here on the Sports Boy.
Beautiful, stunning diamonds, gold, and precious stones. Canova Jewelry Connection has it all. If there's someone you'd like to express your love to, start at Canova Jewelry Connection. Opie Williams invites you to drop by and be dazzled. He'll give you the personal attention you want and the prices that simply cannot be beat. And remember, Canova Jewelry Connection offers ring cleaning and quality jewelry repair, too. So for the perfect way to express your love, come to Canova Jewelry Connection, next to Domino's Pizza in the Kmart Shopping Center, Conover.
So you're thinking about getting a home equity loan from us, huh, Tom?
Yeah, we need to for Nancy's college?
Hard to believe she's 18. Seems like only yesterday.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, you know how this loan works, don't you, Tom? Hey, it's like a line of credit. You can take out only what you need, and for now, just pay the interest, which is most likely tax deductible.
So how do I qualify?
Oh, you've got it, Tom. Just a matter of filling out the papers.
Great.
And give Nancy a big hug for me, will you?
Sure. Thanks a lot.
People's Bank. Our name says it all. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
We're back. Dave in the morning, along with Juju Phillips, Ed Wheeler, and Danny Hips here. We've got Rod Skaggs as well. Mark Midget, Alan Haynes, Dennis Binfield, Tom Neff, and Frank Huffman also covering football all across the Catawba Valley tonight. Most importantly, you on the other end, and the sponsors who make it all possible. We encourage you to please give the gift and let them know that you appreciate the broadcast. Here we go. This time the Red Devils back, and a hard lick, and flags are down everywhere.
Oh, my goodness. Greg Bennett again laid the lick on Shannon Spencer. That time is as Taylor Spencer just with the lick, and the flags came flying down, and Danny, the defense is really last two plays to put on a couple of big licks. Personal foul going to be called.
Another big lick. That looks like a Spencer sandwich that time. Looks like a personal foul call against the Trojans.
Yep, they're going to get a personal foul flag, and while they're doing that, marking off all that good stuff, Alan Haynes, let's go to you. West Iredell is the place where Bunker Hills Bears are playing tonight. What's the situation there as we go live to West Iredell on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline?
Thanks, guys. Here at West Iredell, end of the first quarter, it's Bunker Hill 0, West Iredell 0. Neither team's been able to produce much offense here in the first quarter with several punts and quite a few penalties in the first quarter. Right now, the Bears have the football and have a 3rd and 5 as the second quarter is set to begin. So, from West Iredell High School, I'm Alan Haynes reporting on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. Now back to Dave and Juju.
Pitch back here. Thank you, Alan. Left corner, a little bit of running room for the Red Devils up to the 50-yard line. Goes Newton-Conover. Well, Ledoux Wilson got the pitch out from Taylor Spencer and found himself a little bit of running room. In there on the stop was Jarvis McCullough. McCullough. You spell that right?
No, I did.
McCullough, and it will be a stop at about the 49-yard line. 29 seconds left first quarter. If you just turned us on, feels good, and it's an 18-0 ball game.
Trojans with 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, Dave. They only had 4 all season. Brian Moss connecting twice in the first period.
And here comes the hand. No place. Those green jerseys swarming at about the line of scrimmage, and no place to run on the second down for Ricky Weaver, who got the honors of carrying the ball that time. Boy, there's some hard licks going on out there.
Absolutely. Really no room there. Just colliding. And Dave, that's the end of the first quarter. The Trojans off to another fast start, lead by 3 touchdowns.
Score here, Bandys 18, Newton-Conover nothing. Score at West Iredell, 0-0, Bunker Hill and West. South Caldwell leads St. Stephen's at St. 6-0. And we're going to the Fred P. Ford, the Hickory game, and the Maiden game, all coming up as we do it live and exclusive all across the valley on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sports Boy.
Great cars, what you gonna do? Everett Chevrolet's got great cars for you.
Cars was taped live at Everett Chevrolet. All buyers are proven to get a better deal here than anywhere.
I've been on this beat a long time. A lot's changed since I was a rookie salesman, but the main thing is I protect my customers and make sure they always go home satisfied.
David, please.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you think you could choose one out of a lineup?
I'll try.
Okay, just pick any new Chevrolet car.
Any car?
Except the Corvette.
Oh.
Out of Everett Chevrolet's lineup. Then drive it home for just $200 under invoice.
Wow.
If you cannot afford a vehicle yourself, a special GMAC financing rate is available for you. Or you have the right to keep any factory rebates for yourself.
Oh, my.
Now, can you identify the car you want?
The Camaro. That's the one.
Score another one for the good guys.
Great cars, what you gonna do? Everett Chevrolet's got great cars for you.
Everett Chevrolet, Highway 70 Hickory, 40 minutes from Charlotte Airport.
Back here as we are live tonight at Bandys, at St. Stephen's, also North Iredell, East Lincoln, West Iredell, and Lincolnton.
Dave, Bandys was almost 200 yards offense in that first quarter. The Red Devils had only 9 yards.
Big sack, 39-yard line. Taylor Spencer is going to be knocked down in there by Justin Lale. And Newton-Conover gets thrown for a big loss. And while they're walking that one off, we'll go and check on the Red Tornadoes. Dennis Binfield. and East Lincoln tonight to cover all that on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. Dennis?
Thanks, guys. This is Dennis Benfield at East Lincoln Mustang Stadium, where the Red Tornadoes and the East Lincoln Mustangs are 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, swapping field positions, swapping punch. East Lincoln, however, has had the better of the field position, and the Mustangs are now just inside the Hickory 20 with a penalty, and they have a 1st and 10. So East Lincoln is threatening. We'll see how this play goes. This play's kind of snuffed out at the line of scrimmage, a running play, and that's where we are at this moment. East Lincoln and Hickory, 0-0. This is Dennis Benfield from East Lincoln High School for the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thank you, Dennis. So a 0-0 ball game there. Some close ones going on. Here at Bandys, it's 18-0, and the Trojans have got the football again. They've had it most of the night.
I'm not so sure Bandys is. Dave, I've seen them a couple of times, and each time I've seen them, they've played improved football. They're playing every bit as good as they played all year right here tonight.
And they've found out that we've got a passing and tactical with that big running game. Here comes the run down the left side. Looks like it could be a touchdown. Robbie Stewart catches it, runs the left sideline. Bandys has scored. The Trojans have put another 6 points on the board with a 63-yard reception and run. Brian Rock to Robbie Stewart down the left sideline. And he said, I think as he passed the Newton-Conover bench, watch me go, guys, and he did.
And Danny, there's that screen pass.
Yeah, that's it, Juju. I don't think that Brian Moss has ever thrown 3 touchdown passes in his career. So, you know, we've seen a lot of offensive weapons kind of shows. This is the first time we've seen him in the air.
24-0. Bandys leads here tonight. And here comes the point after, but it's going to be no good.
Hey, Dave, Moss was 4 for 5 now with over 150 yards and 3 touchdowns already in the first half passing.
And with 11 minutes left in the first half, Bandys has strengthened its lead. It is a 24-0 ball game. Bandys on top of Newton-Conover here. It's 0-0 Bunker Hill West Iredell, 6-0 South Caldwell St. Stevens, and Hickory and East Lincoln 0-0. Back in a moment to take you to the Fred T. Ford game and the Bates Blue Devils. That game's just getting underway as we cover it all live and exclusive on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sports Boy.
Here's an important message from Twin City Insurance and Kemper Insurance concerning your homeowner's policy and what it does not cover. Here is the homeowner's package from Kemper. Expense to rebuild to new zoning laws. Lock replacement after theft. Spoilage of food and freezer due to power outages. Blanket coverage for all buildings and contents. One policy for both auto and home. Credit card fraud, $5,000. Personal injury, libel and slander, and home computer coverage that includes power surge and water damage, optional. The homeowner's package policy from Kemper has all these and much more. This offer is for homeowners who qualify from Twin City Insurance. Even if your insurance is not due now, call or visit Twin City for a free gift and a free cost analysis. Kemper and Twin City Insurance. That's Twin City Insurance, 29 South College Avenue, Newton. Fax quotes on package policy from Kemper is available.
Here in Newton-Conover and the Bandys battle, it is a 24-0 game. Bandys is on top of this ball game. Cavario Finger returns a nice return, too, all the way back up to the 40-yard line for Newton-Conover. Here's the long pass to deep to Finger. He caught it at the 35, 30. Going to be tackled at about the 19-yard line. A beautiful catch there for Cavario Finger as Taylor Spencer went to the air. Juju and Finger had to run under it, kind of look over his left shoulder and snuggle it in. Tackled immediately by the Trojans, though, at the 19. It's the deepest penetration for Newton-Conover tonight.
3-step drop Spencer, and he just lost it his right sideline, and Finger beat Douglas on the play. A 41-yard reception. Red Devils' best play of the night. They're at the 20-yard line.
Taylor Spencer will pitch it back to Ledoux. Wilson Ledoux trying to cut the corner. Going to be knocked down.
Dave, Newton-Conover trying to get on the corner. Dan, if you saw that, Bandys is just demolishing Newton-Conover's blocking at the point of attack.
Yeah, they really are. It's a big matchup up front. There's a lot of big boys up there. And really, they're tossing the running backs to have to go wide and spread out, and that secondary's got time to come up and make the play.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 10. People ask you, is that Bandys team as good as it looks like they are? Tell them they're better. They're incredible.
13 yards rushing for Wilson so far.
Pass across the middle, incomplete. Little quickie, juju kind of thing. Taylor Spencer to Matt Hodge, but it wouldn't fall into his hands, so it'll be incomplete.
Brian Moss, 4 touchdown passes all year, Dave, and coming into this game, he was 14 of 40 with actually 3 touchdown passes. He has 3 in the first half, equaling his mark of the whole season in the first 6 games.
3rd and 11. The ball is at the 21-yard line. Newton-Conover's got it.
On the Douglas Mobile Home Parts and Service scoreboard, Dave will get us some scores in a minute.
All right, we got some coming in. Back to throw. He's being rushed. Shoots. Back. He lost the football. It's going to be recovered by Bandys. The ball is going to be at the 39-yard line. Taylor Spencer got clobbered and lost the football. And Jarvis McCullough came up with the interception of the recovered fumble, I should be saying, and it's going to be first and 10 for the Bandys. Trojans will have the ball at their own 35-yard line.
Dave, I think they're going to rule that Spencer's knee went down before he let go of the football. Is that right, Danny?
That's what they call it. It didn't look that way from here, but hey, that's the way they call it. That's where the fan. The Red Devils got the ball 4th down at 26.
All right, so apparently the ball was down before the fumble, and it's going to be 4th down now for Newton-Conover. Here's the flag. Probably delay of game or something. He just turned us on. There's 9 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock here. And a 24-0 ball game. Bandys is leading Newton-Conover. The ball is at the 40 now. They just backed it up 5 yards for delay of game.
The reason it was delayed, David, we didn't know what happened, if it was a fumble or the Red Devils maintain possession. Now they'll kick it away as Matt Hodge, I believe, will be back to punt the football.
All right. Here comes the 4th down at about the 45-yard line.
He may fake it. No.
There he goes. It's a good one. Going to take a wobbly catch at about the 15. To the left side. Back up. It's going to be Chris Gibbs, and he'll return the ball to about the 39-yard line, where he's going to be tackled on the play. Far side of the field, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Bandys Trojans at that 39-yard line. The ball, of course, returned 16 yards by Gibbs after the 25-yard punt by Mr. Hodge.
Let's check some scores now on the board, Dave, by Douglas Mobile Home Parts and Service in the SC7. Highbright on the road, leading Statesville 14-0. That's a big game for some of the teams. Highbright looking for their first win. Statesville tied right now with Newton-Conover and Bandys. Also, Mooresville, South Iredell. No score. That game is in the 2nd quarter. Mooresville's undefeated this year. Hickory and East Lincoln, no score. South Caldwell on top of St. Stephen's, 6-0. And Bunker Hill and West Iredell, no score as well. So a lot of low-scoring games tonight, except here, 24-0. 9:42 to go in the 2nd. Bandys quarterback Brian Moss, 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
And we just got a penalty against the Trojans again. They're going to back it up to about the 37-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 15, a 5-yarder against Bandys. So now 1st and 15, Bandys at their own 37-yard line. The handoff is going to Douglas. He got hit hard. Chris Douglas travels to the 40-yard line, gained a few. In there was Lee Hallman on the tackle for the Red Devils of Newton-Conover on the play. What an awesome player, Douglas.
He has been, and the Red Devils have made a concerted effort to try to contain Douglas, and they have not given up the big play. But the Trojans have shown that they have other weapons on offense tonight. The 3 touchdown passes have certainly showed that. They have showed tonight on offense that they are a complete football team.
2nd down this time. They hand off to Douglas, and he's going to be thrown for a loss at about the line of scrimmage. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Several of those Red Devil defenders in there. Zach Spiegel, one of the guys in on the stop, also in there, part of that front line. Dusty Stain on the tackle. So Newton-Conover stopping Douglas on that carry, and it will be a 3rd down now and about 12. 3rd and long. 8:13, 8:43 rather on the clock in the first half. 24-0 here. Bandys on top.
Now the stats that show that Bandys has been complete on offense, 4 for 4 on 3rd down conversion. Great stat from Ed Wheeler.
Brian Moss will throw the ball to the corner. It's going to be caught. Chris Gibbs to the right sideline, cuts to the 40. He's down to the 30-yard line and breaks the tackle. Finally going to be stopped. Finally at the 24. Slipping through. I swear the guy must have Vaseline on his jersey. People would have their arms around Chris Gibbs, and he just continued to squirt out of it. 38 yards. He went down to the 23-yard line, and Bandys is threatening again now with 8:16 on the clock.
Got a good block on the corner down here by E.J. Cornelius, the wide receiver, David. Douglas just cut back and forth, and he ran through a couple of tackles and ran over another. And right now, Moss with 193 yards passing and on 5 of 6 through the air in the first half.
Put that together with the awesome running game the Bandys Trojans have got. You got state championship material playing right here. Wide to the left side. And this time the pitch back goes again to Douglas. He's to the line of scrimmage, got 5 yards. Still on his feet, cuts to the inside. Somebody grabbed his jersey and finally pulled him down at the 13. Alvin Gibson got him right below the numbers and just held on, and the jersey stretched, and he finally went down.
David, you have such great weapons like Douglas. You get great blocking, and again, great blocking off the corner by E.J. Cornelius. Bandy sticking with their blocks. Danny, you've seen the Trojans a couple of times this year. It's the best they've looked in the first half, haven't they?
Yeah, I'll tell you, Juju, they've looked good all year, but they're really shining now, and it's really a question, can they get any better? But they always seem to answer that call.
All right, the ball is at about the, looks like inside 6-yard line, where it's at inside the 10. It's at the 6. And this time, the right side, it's going to be Douglas looking for the hole. Finally going to be gang tackled, and he will be stopped there by Trey Lutz, one of the first of several of the Newton-Conover defenders on the stop. The ball is going to be placed down near the 5-yard line. So it's going to be second down and goal to go at the 5-yard line. As Bandys is threatening again, leading at 24-0 tonight.
It sure has, and really the only score we have in South Caldwell leading St. Stephen 6-0. All the other games are scoreless. Hickory, Bunker Hill, and the matchups tonight, nobody has scored.
Brian Moss turns around, hands it off, but it's not going to be going in there as Robbie Stewart is going to be stopped at about the line of scrimmage. I don't think he gained any at all. Stewart stopped by Dusty Sane and several other red jerseys there. And Bandys wants a timeout. So we'll take a 30-second break. They've got timeout. The ball is at the 4-yard line. With 6:47 going on the clock. It is a 24-0 ball game as Bandys leads the Newton-Conover Red Devils 6-0 South Caldwell over St. Stephen. Hickory and East Lincoln 0-0 at Bunker Hill and West Iredell 0-0. And just in, Maiden is now leading in this ball game 14-0 over Lincoln to this. We cover the Valley football live and exclusive on the Sports Boy.
For many years now, you've come to trust the name Drum Funeral Home of Conover and Willis Reynolds Funeral Home of Newton for complete professional funeral service. Stuart Terry, president, reminds you that one of the many ways they serve you is with a 24-hour telephone obituary line, which provides you with information about the upcoming funeral services and family visitation. That number is 464-4606. You'll also get information about upcoming activities of Pathways of Catawba County, Drum Funeral Home of Conover, and Willis Reynolds Funeral Home of Newton.
Back here we go. Looks like they want to throw the football, and running around in the backfield, finally scampering with it and working his way through all kinds of Red Devil defenders and stopped at the 3-yard line. Ryan Moss is finally going to be dumped down, and maybe even closer than that when they come up off the football. Cabario Finger and Ricky Weaver saved the touchdown for the Red Devils of Newton-Conover. The ball is going to be very close, maybe at the 1-yard line when they place it down. It is at the 1. They place it at the 1. It's 4th and goal to go for the Bandys Trojans from the 1-yard line. Newton-Conover digging in. The Trojans threatening again with 6:07 on the clock.
They've run Chris Gibbs on display, Dave, a lot this year. Don't need to.
Straight ahead football. Brian Ross, the keeper, and Bandys has scored again. The Trojans have stretched their lead to a 30-0 ball game. Brian Ross tucked it in and went right across for the touchdown from 1 yard out to the Bandys Trojans. It's a 30-0 ball game. Bandys lead Newton-Conover.
They take advantage of the turnover again. Brian Moss accounts for his 4th touchdown in the first half. He's thrown for 3. This time he runs for 1. 63-yard drive for the Trojans in 8 plays.
Perry Pope holds. There is the kick to the upright. This one's going to be good. And it's going to be now with 5 minutes and 57 seconds showing on the clock. The Bandys Trojans 31. And the Newton-Conover Red Devils nothing as Terry Walker puts it to the upright for the Bandys Trojans. Hang on, we're going live to West Iredell and checking more scores as we come back across the Catawba Valley here on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sport Voices.
And now, little Tommy Archer from Catawba with an essay on Krispy Kreme donuts. Oops, Tommy's eating a Krispy Kreme donut right now, so I'll translate. Tommy says Krispy Kreme offers a tradition of great taste, variety, and high quality. And now he says their 18 varieties of donuts are all delicious. And he says if I take his, he'll slap me. Tommy!
Football fans, remember that our Hot Light will be on every Friday night after the game. You can't get them any fresher than when the Hot Light is on. Krispy Kreme, a sweet place for the family to be, on Highway 70 in Hickory, next to Blockbuster Video.
And in Conover on Rock Barn Road at the Wilco Truck Stop.
Year-round comfort in your home's not only possible, but affordable, too, thanks to Root Heat Pumps and Swink Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Warmth in winter and refreshing coolness in summer. Call David or Nora Swink about installing a new Root Heat Pump. You'll be amazed how much more comfortable your home will be with a new Root. Year-round comfort at a price that's easily affordable, whether it's 10 degrees or 110. You'll feel just right with a Root Heat Pump from Swink Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Highway 10 and Mount Olive Church Road, Newton.
Back here, let's go to Tom Neff. What's the situation? There's a penalty, a personal foul, face mask, and it's going to be called against Newton-Conover. So Bandys, and Newton-Conover will have the ball a little bit closer now to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Let's go on to Tom Neff here, okay? I don't think we're going to change the score much here. 31-0, and Tom is there, and he reports in from North Iredell of the Tigers to Frenchie Ford on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks, guys. This is Tom Neff from North Iredell High School on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. At the end of the first quarter, the score is tied at 0. Thus far, it has been a battle of punters here at North Iredell. The game has been played between the 30s, and only now, after Ford quarterback Randall Boggs threw an interception, there's someone threatening to score. The Raiders are marching the ball. The ball's at the Tigers' 22-yard line. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Again, our score here, North Iredell, is tied at 0-0. Check that. We've got a score. Raider quarterback Derek Dalton is connected on a 22-yard touchdown pass play with Chris Johnson. Again, Dave Juju, our score here, North Iredell now. North Iredell 7, Fred Ford 0. This is Tom Neff, Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
I think Tom, a little action there right at the last second as we get a score in that ball game as well. A 7-0 score.
North Iredell gets on the board, Dave, on their home field tonight, and we just saw another sack. Greg Bennett that time, his 3rd sack in the first half as the Trojans are now Newton-Conover, minus 30 or minus 11? Minus 11. Minus 31 yards passing for Spencer tonight. Or is that total offense? Oh, 3 sacks for minus 31 yards.
Taylor Spencer ends it off this time. A little bit of running room. Not much. LeDoux Wilson gets back to the line of scrimmage at about a yard more, and that's about it. So it'll be with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. 31-0 Bandys.
Dave, the offense for the Trojans have been on the field almost the entire first half. Newton-Conover's had really 2 good plays, both through the air, and both have ended in turnovers. And right now, the Bandys has totally dominated this football game. We still have 4 minutes to go in the first half, and it's 31-0. They've averaged 40 points in the first half of the last 3 games.
Incredible team.
Yeah.
Here comes Spencer. He wants to throw. He does. He gets the screen pass complete to Scott Wilson, and Wilson will get a couple of yards before he's going to be brought down on the play. But they needed a lot more than that. The ball is going to be down at about the 4th down and 15 or 16 yards to go. The ball at the 48-yard line of Bandys.
Perry Pope that time on the tackle on the little short screen pass to the receiver. Again, Bandys had everybody around the football to stop that one. They'll force the punt. Dave, as they go back there, Chris Gibbs back there along with, I believe, for the Trojans, Perry Pope once again. Maiden 14-0 over Lincolnton right now. The Blue Devils on top. And we'll be going to Mark Midget for that in just a second. Here comes the run to the 30-yard line on the return as the Red Devils kick it off. And Chris Gibbs returns it for Bandys. The ball is going to be about the 30-yard line. It was a 32-yard punt and 16 yards returned by Gibson on the play. So the ball will be at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bandys Trojans. Danny, get a little strategy down there for the Bandys Trojans.
Yeah, a little strategy. We're getting ready to see a play we haven't seen all night. Seen Brian Moss throw the ball well. Seen Chris Douglas run the ball well. We're getting ready to see a sprint draw right here by the Trojans.
All right. 1st and 10. Inside information from Danny along the sideline. In motion from the left to the right. Here comes the handoff to Douglas. He breaks a hole. He goes to the right side of the 40, cuts it back to the 50. He's on his feet. He's going to say goodbye and go on to the 20, to the 10. Tackled at the 2-yard line. He did not make it into the end zone. Somebody decided he wasn't going to be there. And Alvin Gibson proved that he has speed too. 59 yards, but Gibson did tackle Lee Douglas before he could get into the end zone.
They'll call a penalty, too, right in front of the Bandys bench here. Danny, I don't know, didn't see the penalty. I don't know if it was maybe a clip as Douglas cut back off a block on the corner.
I tell you, E.J. Cornelius for the Trojans, the wideout, has done a great job all night. Got called for the penalty right there, and I tell you, there's a lot of unhappy coaches over here. I did not see the penalty myself.
And Dave, there's that speed we've seen Chris Douglas show all season. He waits for his blockers, and he cuts off at them, and bingo, he's down the sidelines and turns on that extra speed. He's got an extra gear before being run out of bounds. Douglas on the night has only, 17 carries, 109 yards. He's had a good night here in the first half of the Trojans offense. Great balance running and throwing tonight.
All right, the flag is going to mean that the Trojans have it now 1st and 5. The ball is going to be at about the 35-yard line. This time, a handoff. And we got some new folks in there. That's going to be Clint Smith on the carry, and he'll get a couple of yards.
Led the JVs last year, I believe, right, in 2,000 yards rushing. Close to 2,000 yards, Dave, on the JV team. Clint Smith giving Randy Moss a breather that time. After he sprinted, he's still on the sidelines, so Smith will stay in there.
2 minutes, 16 seconds left. First half here at Bandys. Great night for football all across the valley. Thank you very much for being there on the other end. The pitch to the left side. It's going to be Robbie Stewart on the carry. And Stewart finds running room. He's got the first down again for the Bandys Trojans. Takes the ball up to about the 45-yard line. They say it's going to go down at the 44 where the knee went down, and that's where it'll be 1st and 10. Now, we heard from the Bandys cheerleaders before the ball game. I don't know what it is, but Danny, with you, they seem to be real calm. They get nervous when we send Ed Wheeler down there, and I don't know.
I sure would.
No scores, Dave. This is the highest scoring game tonight. Everybody else is scoreless.
And here comes the drive up the middle. He won't go down. Chris Gibbs on the carry. 3 or 4 Red Devil defenders all around him, and he just kept running. And it's going to be close to the first down marker.
Danny almost gets the feeling that some of these running backs have a little competition going on between them. Who is going to run the hardest and the best in each ball game? Because they don't get a lot of carries.
No, I think they might have a little competition who's going to run the second hardest and the second best issue. But I tell you, there's one man on this team that's a heck of a ball player, and they know it. But the others are happy to be in support roles.
All right, here we go. This time, back to throw goes Brian Moss. He goes across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Intended there on the right side for Brandon Moss, but it'll be an incompleted pass for the Bandys Trojans with 1 minute 31 seconds short on the clock. Catching a few scores again.
All right, Dave, on the scoreboard brought to you by Douglas Mobile Home Parts and Service. Maiden 14, Lincoln to nothing. West Iredell, Bunker Hill, scoreless. East Lincoln and Hickory, scoreless. Second quarter. North Iredell, 7. Fred T. Ford, nothing. South Caldwell, 6. St. Stephen's, nothing here. 31-0. Brian Moss, the quarterback, 3 touchdown passes. He has run for another to lead the Trojans here in the first half.
And the ball is going to be at the 49 of Newton-Conover as the Trojans have moved into Red Devils territory with 1 minute 31 on the clock. And a flag goes high above the line. How do you throw it that high? And he comes back down.
I heard somebody say, good God. I think they were talking about how great the weather is tonight.
Oh, let's see here. They're going to mark it off against the Bandys Trojans. Now it's going to be third down and about 8 yards to go.
Dave, you know, I'm going to have to get my glasses changed because I can't, either that or I know how you feel with Ed. I can't. He's giving me signals tonight. Bandys rushing tonight. Penalty. 75-yard penalty in yards for the Trojans here tonight.
I understood that. You just hadn't boarded it out. I was going to tell everybody. 75 yards and penalties for the Trojans tonight. That's what he was motioning. Back to throw. It's a screen that's caught. It's complete to Hewitt. He breaks the tackle at the 50 to the 45. Finally going to be jumped at the 40-yard line. Nice individual tackle on the play by Charlie Drummond, but it will still be a big first down run for the Bandys Trojans after the reception, and it will be at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for Bandys with 1 minute 18 left first half.
A great run, but just as good a catch, Danny. One-handed catch by Marcus Hewitt.
It really was a one-handed catch, and I tell you, the quarterback, Brian Moss, really kind of sidearmed that thing to get it in there, Juju. Nice run after the catch.
1st and 10. Moss is ready, wide to the left side, and back to throw again goes Moss. He's looking. He's got lots of time. Now he's being rushed. Cocks and fires. It's going to be caught, and there's a flag. At about the 33-yard line, and it will be a reception by Chris Douglas, who proves that he can catch the ball as well. But now let's see what the flag's going to be about.
Illegal receiver downfield, I believe, for the Trojans. One of the offensive linemen, I believe, drifted down past the line of scrimmage. Danny, is that the call?
Yeah, illegal, ineligible man downfield to be the center that time, Juju.
All right. 56 seconds left. We got a lot of halftime stuff. We'll be switching here and there and everywhere.
Danny, you played tight end, right? Were you ever illegal downfield?
I was illegal lots of times, but I probably never got called for it, no.
1st and 10.
I agree. I was the same way.
Back to throw, and here it's caught. It's a completed pass from Brian Moss, and it's going to be Brandon Moss on the receiving end of things. And there's 28 seconds short on the clock, and Bandys is going to call a timeout. So Trojans get their timeout, and why don't we send you to Dennis Benfield? Hickory and East Lincoln is going on now. Dennis, let's see how that's shaping up there at East Lincoln on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks, guys. This is Dennis Benfield at East Lincoln High School, where the Mustangs are leading the Red Tornadoes of Hickory High 14-0 at the half. After a scoreless first quarter, the Mustangs got 2 scores in the second quarter from Eugene Abernathy. The first one on a 20-yard pass from Matt Carter at 10:26 remaining in the quarter. The second one was just 4 minutes later, a 40-yard interception return of a pass by Hickory's Tim Swanson. And Curtis kicked both extra points, and that's where we have our 14-0 score. If you want to look for a word to describe this game so far, you can use pony, because that's the way the East Lincoln runners are running, the Mustangs, on one side. And on the other side, you could use puny, because the Hickory Red Tornadoes have just 38 yards passing and only 25 yards running the football in 16 attempts. So it's puny on one side, and the ponies are running on the other side, and it's 14-0 East Lincoln. And that's the score here at East Lincoln Stadium. 14-0 East Lincoln over Hickory High. This is Dennis Benfield for the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thank you, Dennis. And it's got a good description of us, Juju. You puny and me seconds left, 31-0. Bandys is on top in this ball game. Trojans with the ball, back to throw. It's going to go long and deep to the 5-yard line, incomplete.
Oh, he took his time.
There's a flag down.
Yeah, he threw it, Dave. He walked up to where the play was at, then threw the flag. It was a pass interference call. They're going to take it down, another 15-yard penalty against Newton-Conover's defense.
So with 13 seconds on the clock, Marcus Hewitt was the intended receiver down there.
I just thought it funny as the official came running up to where the ball was at the play, and he threw his flag directly in front of him, almost at his feet.
Well, you put it right down where it occurred. A lot of guys don't know. They just throw the ball out wherever they're standing. But if you do it right, if you look it up in the books, Juju, you'll find you're supposed to run over to exactly where the infraction occurred, and that's where you throw the flag down.
Danny, you were going to say something? Please.
No, I wasn't going to say anything, Juju. Not me. I hate to tell you this, but Dave's actually right on this.
Could you say that again, Danny, please?
No, that's against my religion to say stuff like that twice.
I know. You're waiting for me to mess up again. 13 seconds left, and back to throw. Here he goes, deep to the corner of the end zone. It's going to be touchdown. Whoa. Brian Moss to Marcus Hewitt in the corner of the end zone. And the Trojans are proving tonight that they don't have to run it on the ground. They can score in the air. Another one, this one from 12 yards out in the air. Brian Moss, Marcus Hewitt, 7 seconds left first half. It's a 37-0 ball game. This is one awesome football team.
Might want to put it in the book that Brian Moss is up for the Coca-Cola Golden Helmet Award. 4 touchdown passes in the first half. He has run for another, accounted for 5 touchdowns, and the Trojans now lead it 38-0.
And they put the extra point up, and you're right, it's through the uprights and good. And now, it's Bandys, 38, Newton-Conover, nothing. Mason is winning over Lincoln big time now, like 22-0. And it's no score at Bunker Hill. And East Lincoln's beating Hickory. North Iredale's downing Fred C. Ford. South Caldwell is beating St. Stephen's. We're updating all the scores in a moment. And you've got it locked in at 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sport Boys.
Howard Furniture in Denver is your one-stop home furnishing and decorating center for quality appliances by GE, bedding by Serta, and carpeting by Mohawk. And an excellent display of wonderful furniture for every room in your home. Not only that, Howard Furniture provides the advice of a professional interior decorator to assist with your selection of floor coverings, wall coverings, countertops, accessories, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, and laminated floors. Howard Furniture does it all. From Newton on Highway 16, take a left on Highway 50. Howard Furniture. For many years now, you've come to trust the name Drum Funeral Home of Conover and Willis Reynolds Funeral Home of Newton for complete professional funeral service. Stuart Terry, president, reminds you that one of the many ways they serve you is with a 24-hour telephone obituary line, which provides you with information about the upcoming funeral services and family visitation. That number is 464-4606. You'll also get information about upcoming activities of Pathways of Catawba County, Drum Funeral Home of Conover, and Willis Reynolds Funeral Home of Newton.
We're back here with just 7 seconds showing on the clock here. Another flag has occurred, and the ball is going to be down at about the 36-yard line.
Danny, will go down to you. You're going to be getting Randy Loman's comments coming up at halftime of the Trojans' first half dominance here. We'll run one more play, Dave, as the Red Devils have the ball at their own 35.
7 seconds left. Here comes Newton-Conover with the ball. And back this time to throw. Boy, the rush is on, and they bring him down. It's going to be incomplete. Taylor Spencer goes down. The clock stops at 2 seconds now in the first half. What a night for the Bandys Trojans. They've been scoring a lot of points in the first half, but not the way they have tonight, Juju.
4 touchdown passes. Marcus Hewitt, 9 of 11, 240 yards, 241 yards, and he has done it all through the air. He's also had a 1-yard touchdown run. Chris Douglas has rushed for over 100 yards tonight. He's up to 109 on 17 carries, but it's been the passing attack and the defense that's forced turnovers.
Red Devils, no place to go, and that's the half. Let's go down to Danny and Randy Loman.
All right, thanks, guys. Here was Coach Randy Loman. Coach, we've seen the offensive attack many times this year on the ground, but tonight it's the air Trojans.
It is, but, you know, it's because Newton's making us. They're playing a good job against the run and loading up the front, and, you know, that's what they're giving us. I'm proud to see that we're able to take advantage of it.
story is 1 touchdown on the ground, 17 carries, 109 yards. Chris Gibbs, 3 carries for 23 yards. Robbie Stewart, 4 carries for 16. Clint Smith, 1 for 3. Brian Moss, a touchdown. He has 2 carries for 3 yards. For the Red Devils, Ricky Reaver, 1 carry for -1. Kaylor Spencer's been sacked 3 times, losing 31 yards. And Ledoux Wilson has been held to 12 yards and 8 carries.
All right, thanks, Ed. Great job. You're the one who got excited on those third down conversions. I saw you squirming a little bit there. And it is just about ready to crank up the second half, and we'll do that in just a moment when we come right back here as we continue with live coverage all across the Catawba Valley here on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're the Sports Line.
All right, huddle up. Okay, here's the play. We're all going to march right over to our cars and head to Krispy Kreme donuts, and no one can stop us. Then we'll go inside to enjoy their 18 mouth-watering donuts, including the hot glaze made right before our eyes. Okay, let's go. Ready.
Football fans, remember that our Hot Light will be on every Friday night after the game. You can't get them any fresher than when the Hot Light is on. Krispy Kreme, a sweet place for the family to be, on Highway 70 in Hickory, next to Blockbuster Video.
And in Conover on Rock Barn Road at the Wilco Truck Stop.
Now when you're looking for a deal, money-saving kind, come on in and see. We'll treat you mighty fine, because we're crazy about our customers. Lord, we're crazy about our customers.
At Garrett and Dyer Ford, we won't be undersold when it comes to new Ford cars, trucks, vans, and sport utility vehicles. So come our way and trade your way on the area's largest selection of trucks, like Explorers, Expeditions, F-Series, Rangers, and Winstars. We've got them with the deals the other guys just can't beat. At Garrett and Dyer Ford, Highway 70 West in Conover. Call 464-3431.
CommScope began with a dream over 32 years ago. And today, CommScope is a world leader in the telecommunications field and a big part of our local economy. CommScope salutes all the participants and ingredients that make a successful high school football program. The physical endurance, fancy footwork, coordination, and most importantly, teamwork. CommScope believes the Catawba Valley is an ideal place to do business and raise a family. And they hope you enjoy the games this season. CommScope, a proud part of the Catawba Valley.
If you'll just complete this application, I'll forward it to our main office for approval or denial, as the case may be.
Well, can't you just approve it here locally?
Oh, no, sir. Approval is up to the powers that be. And they're all in Charlotte or Winston, someplace.
But they don't know anything about me.
What's to know, sir, aside from your credit history?
Well, it would be nice if they knew me as a person, not a number.
Oh, that. Then you ought to go to People's Bank. They care.
And your bank doesn't?
Not really, but we're big enough to admit it.
People's Bank. Our name says it all. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
All right, we're back, and we're back to the second half of action. Newton-Conover has got the football, could not do anything with it, and they're going to have to kick it, and it'll come down in Bandys territory at about the 48-yard line. Juju?
All right, Dave, 3 plays and out for the Red Devils. Bandys will get the ball after a 34-yard punt. And I believe we have another update to get to on the Coca-Cola football hotline as we get caught up here. The Trojans lead this one 38-0 over Newton-Conover here tonight. First possession of the second half for the Red Devils, or for the Trojans, excuse me. And you heard Randy Lohman say that Bandys will go with their starters on the first possession. That means that Brian Moss will be the quarterback, Robbie Stewart, Chris Douglas behind him in the I formation, Marcus Hewitt, E.J. Cornelius splits to the right.
And here we go with the first play for the second half of the Bandys. Trojans on the play. Chris Douglas is going to carry the football. Red Devils stop Chris at about the 45-yard line. So it's going to be second down at about 3. Second and 3 now for the Bandys Trojans. Let's go to Alan Haynes. We need to find out how the Bears are doing at West Iredell. And Alan is standing by with a report and an update on the Coca-Cola football hotline.
Thanks, guys. It's halftime here at West Iredell, where the Bunker Hill Bears hold a 20-0 advantage over the Warriors. Bunker Hill scored with 8:15 left in the first half on a 4-yard run by Chris Arndt, capping an 11-play, 77-yard drive and putting the Bears up 8-0 when Ben Abernathy hit Travis Killian for the 2-point conversion. Bunker Hill scored again with 3:43 left in the half on another 4-yard run by Arndt, giving the Bears a 14-0 advantage. That score was set up after Jamar James recovered a West Iredell fumble at the Warriors' 12-yard line. After the ensuing kickoff, West Iredell quarterback Derek Morrison's pass was picked off by Frankie Lossie, who returned it to the Warriors' 43-yard line. On the very next play, the Bears used the old hook and lateral as Abernathy hit John Campenpet on a 12-yard pass, and Campenpet pitched the ball to Chris Arndt, who carried it the following 34 yards for his third score of the evening. So here at West Iredell at the half, it's Bunker Hill 20, West Iredell 0. I'm Alan Haynes reporting on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. Now back to Dave and Juju.
Thank you, Alan. A great job as you always do, and we're up to speed now. The Bears are having a good night. The Catawba County team's doing well. Maiden on top. They're stretching their lead. We understand there. And Mark Midget's going to report in there. Here comes a hole. A nice tackle, though, straight up the middle as Chris Douglas gets brought down by Rico Hewitt. A one-handed job, and he pulls him down, and it'll be still a first down run. And the ball is going to be at about the 24-yard line.
Trojans getting the ball after the Newton-Conover punt. David marched it right down the field inside the 25-yard line, as you said it. Chris Douglas now on tonight has 112 yards rushing, 132 yards rushing.
Got some big games coming up in college we'll talk about in a moment. Right now, Brian Moss lines up the Bandys Trojans wide to the left side. They're going to go into the motion from left to right. And the pitch back is going to be down to about the 22-yard line. Robbie Stewart carries, and Matt Hodge stops. And that was a hard lick you could hear way up here. The ball is going to be at about the 21-yard line. And if you just joined us, 8 minutes left, third quarter of play, 38-0. Bandys leads this ball game over Newton-Conover.
I don't know if Robbie Stewart, he lays a lot of licks on defense, Dave, but he also dishes out punishment when he runs the football, lowering his shoulder. At that time, he did picking up good yardage. It'll bring up second down.
Here comes the left to right run again in motion, and the second guy through. Get out of there. Chris Douglas breaks out of the tackle, still on his feet, finally going to be knocked down inside the 5-yard line. Somebody thought they had him in the backfield. I think it was Brian James, and suddenly he just squirted out of there. Finally stopped down inside the 5-yard line, Charlie Drummond. And you keep hearing all these stories about Chris Douglas. You hear about scouts coming to look at him, and it's incredible. He's at the 2-yard line for the Bandys Trojans. It's first and goal to go.
He ran through a couple of tackles, shedded them, Dave, and the Red Devils go back and look at video. They have been in position tonight, a lot of their players. It's just that Bandys has made every single play when they've had to.
All right, here comes the first and goal to go from the 2-yard line to the one. Touchdown! Chris Douglas has gone a clock. And the Trojans have scored again now with 7:16 on the clock in the third quarter of play. A 44-0 ball game, the Bandys Trojans. Extra point attempt is coming now.
Second touchdown of the night for Douglas. He and Moss have accounted for all the scores tonight for the Trojans in terms of Moss throwing 4, running for 1, and Bandys getting 2 from Douglas, and the extra point will go wide left, Dave. It is now 44-0.
Terry Walker misses. It goes wide, as you said, Juju, with 7:16 on the clock. The score, the Bandys Trojans 44, the Newton-Conover Red Devils nothing. We've got Maiden winning big time, 35-36-0 over Lincoln right now. It's Bunker Hill on top of West Iredell. East Lincoln beating Hickory. North Iredell leading Frenchy Ford by 1, and South Caldwell's on top of the Indians of St. Stephen's as we cover all the Valley's football. Live and exclusive on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We're WNNC, Newton-Conover, Maiden, Claremont, Catawba, and WIRC. Hickory, Lenore, Morganton, Taylorsville, Statesville. We're the Sport Boy.
Here's an important message from Twin City Insurance and Kemper Insurance concerning your homeowner's policy and what it does not cover. Here is a homeowner's package from Kemper. Expense to rebuild to new zoning laws. Lock replacement after theft. Spoilage of food and freezer due to power outages. Blanket coverage for all buildings and contents. One policy for both auto and home. Credit card fraud, $5,000. Personal injury, libel and slander, and home computer coverage that includes power surge and water damage, optional. The homeowner's package policy from Kemper has all these and much more. This offer is for homeowners who qualify from Twin City Insurance. Even if your insurance is not due now, call or visit Twin City for a free gift and a free cost analysis. Kemper and Twin City Insurance. That's Twin City Insurance, 29 South College Avenue, Newton. Fax quotes on package policy from Kemper is available.
At Bandys tonight as we continue our coverage of football on the Friday night on the Sports Voice. in a 44-0 ball game.
Want to check in on some of the hotline reports. We told you Bunker Hill now leading, trying to get another win. Let's go down to, I believe, let's check in on Dennis Benfield. The Red Tornadoes trailing in last report to East Lincoln, 14-0. Dennis is at East Lincoln. Let's get an update on the Coca-Cola football hotline. Dennis?
Thanks, guys. This is Dennis Benfield again at Mustang Stadium at East Lincoln High School, where the Mustangs lead Hickory High 14-0 now after 3 quarters. At least Hickory's offense came alive here in the 3rd quarter as the Red Tornadoes had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays, 10 yards and longer so far in the 4th quarter. The field position has shifted dramatically as the Red Tornadoes have East Lincoln backed up now at their own 14-yard line beginning the 4th quarter. Here, the first play of the 4th quarter, East Lincoln is looking at a 3rd down and 7. That's our game so far, 14-0 East Lincoln here at the end of the 3rd quarter. This is Dennis Benfield for the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks, Dennis, and thank you. 7:09 left, 3rd quarter of play. It is a 44-0 ball game now as we're back to action here at Bandys. We've got another report coming in. We'll go to it in just a moment. Let's kind of bring everybody up to speed here. The ball is down at the 29-yard line. Newton-Conover has got the ball.
Nothing much, Dave. 2nd down and 10. The Red Devils just trying to muster up some offense now to get things going in the 2nd half after the Trojans march down and score on their first possession.
Here comes a run, and the ball is going to be to the 34-yard line as Ledoux Wilson carries it for a nice yardage and picks up a few. Got to go to about the, I guess, about the 34-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down now and about 5 yards to go for the Newton-Conover Red Devils. We're going to Frank Huffman again here in just a moment. Well, I've got Mark Midget to go to in just a second. Hang on, Mark.
Yeah, Lamont Smith coming off the field under his own power. They'll check on him, one of the linebackers, and he's limping quite a bit there, and we'll get an update. Danny Hips will tell us as well, Dave.
All right, and that report for Shook Family Chiropractic. Dr. Eric Shook, a certified chiropractic sports physician, is located at 121 West B Street in Newton. Pass is going to be incomplete, intended for Dusty Shane from Taylor Spencer. In there defensively with Chris Gibbs for Newton-Conover. So it will be a
incomplete pass, Dave. They'll go back and have to kick it away. Red Devils do not muster anything. 3 plays and now a punt formation.
4th down.
4th down. We got a couple of reports still to get to.
All right, let's get the kick, and then we'll go to Maiden and Lincoln's game. Mark Midget's there. It's a high, wobbly one. Not much yardage there. The Trojans are going to get the ball in Newton-Conover territory at about the 49-yard line. So the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 of the Newton-Conover 49. Let's take you, while we're setting up the play, to Lincolnton, where Mark Midget's standing by, and he's got a report on the Blue Devils on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks again, guys. This is Mark Midget on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline from Lincolnton High School, where it's halftime in the game between the host Lincolnton Wolves and the visiting Maiden Blue Devils, with Maiden leading 36-0. Maiden started early tonight and has completely dominated the first half of play. Cedric Shuford scoring twice in the 1st quarter, once on a 1-yard run, once on a 4-yard run, and also ran for 1 conversion to give Maiden a 14-0 lead at the end of the 1st quarter. In the 2nd quarter, Coach Tom Brown mixed up the run and the pass with quarterback Rodney Hoffman passing to Ryan Coulter 24 yards for a touchdown. Shuford again ran the extra point, and Maiden led 22-0. Then later in the 1st half, 2nd-string quarterback Rembert passed to Casey Burns 29 yards, put Maiden ahead 28-0. The kick for the try this time was no good. And late in the 1st half, with 2:29 remaining on the clock, Hoffman again to Coulter, 30-yard pass, good for a touchdown.
Loman ran the extra point this time to give Maiden a 36-0 lead. The Maiden offense has played extremely well, but the defense has held Lincoln totally in check. It's been a total domination in the first half. Again, the score, Maiden 36, Lincoln 0. Live from Lincoln High School, this is Mark Midget on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline, and we'll go back to Dave and the gang at Bandys.
Thank you, Mark. Great job. The Blue Devils having a good night there at Lincolnton in that 36-0 ball game. Here it's Bandys having a good night against Newton-Conover in a 44-0 ball game. And the Trojans have the ball.
Up until about 5 or 6 years ago, Bandys had never beaten Newton-Conover. Now they've won like 3 or 4 games in a row.
Pass is going to be incomplete. And it's going to be Moss going to do it, but it will not happen. From the sideline, Danny Hibbs, back spasm. Report brought to you by Shook Family Chiropractic, which we're going to send our buddy Danny there tomorrow. It's going to be on me, Danny. That's part of kind of a workman's comp kind of thing, you know. I'll take care of it for you. Here's the ball. The snap was going to be picked up. Newton-Conover's going to get it and into the end zone for the touchdown. Looks like that Charlie Drummond scoops up the bad snap. It was Drummond was doing it all. He blocked it. He then scooped it up and ran it down. And the Red Devils have got the score. And it's a 44-6 ball game. He went 35 yards after he picked it up and blocked the punt. So Drummond will get one for the record books for himself. And it will be a 6 points for the Catawba Red Devils.
Great hustle play by Drummond. You heard John Patrick in the pregame say we have to do something to stay in the game, do something on the special teams, make something happen. They did. They blocked the kick and took it in for the score, and the Red Devils get their first score of the night.
All right. Whoops. Somebody may have jumped offside. There's a lineup up for the two-point conversion with 4 minutes and 38 seconds showing on the clock.
Danny, how is Lamont Smith doing? Did you have a report?
Not yet, Juju. I was kind of trying to give him some space. It looked like he had cramps a while ago. They're still working on it a little bit. I'll get that for you in just a few seconds. I'm still trying to get my back straightened out. Just for the record, I'll have complete faith in Dr. Eric Shook. He's a good friend and associate of mine.
All righty, and you know where he's at 121 West B Street in Newton. He provides quality care for better health, and he's going to work on Danny for it. All right, here comes the two-point conversion attempt, and
yep, two-point conversion, Dave. They'll get it. LeDoux Wilson took it into the end zone, now 44-8.
So with 4 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock, Bandys is winning big here. Maiden is winning big over Lincolnton. Bunker Hill is on top of West Iredell. It is East Lincoln leading Hickory tonight. 24 being beaten by North Iredell. And South Caldwell on top of St. Stephen's as we cover all the Valley football live and exclusive here on the Sports Boy.
When paving's on your mind, call Mid-State.
At Mid-State Contractors, they have a little phrase that sums up their philosophy. No job too large or too small. Since 1944, Mid-State Contractors has been growing steadily, and today they can tackle any assignment, from subdivisions and parking lots to driveways and tennis courts. Call for a free estimate and get their guarantee of satisfaction. Only at Mid-State Contractors, located on Highway 7 East, Hickory.
Mid-State is our name. Paving is our game.
Call David or Norris Swink about installing a new Root heat pump. You'll be amazed how much more comfortable your home will be with a new Root. You'll get year-round comfort in your home thanks to Root heat pumps and Swink heating, air conditioning, and electric. Warmth in the winter and refreshing coolness in the summer. Year-round comfort at prices that are easily affordable, whether it's 10 or 110 degrees. You'll feel just right with a Root heat pump from Swink Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Highway 10 and Mount Olive Church Road, Newton.
Back here at Bandys High with 4 minutes and 34 seconds showing on the clock, third quarter of play. A 44-8 ball game as Bandys leads the Newton-Conover Red Devils. And, of course, high school football also brought to you in part by the Flowers Company. The Flowers Company is proud to be a part. They've got 19 locations to serve you, and there are no unimportant parts. For the Flowers Company, there are no unimportant customers. The Flowers Company. Here's the handoff up the middle and a run to the 40-yard line, and then stopped on the play. Red Devils gang tackle on it. gain of about 3 yards as Clint Smith is in the lineup now for Bandys Trojans on the terrace. Thanks for being with us tonight here on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. We are the Sports Boys.
Danny's got a report, Dave, on the injury to linebacker Lamont Smith, one of the star defenders for the Trojans, Danny.
Yeah, I'll get it right after this play, Juju.
All right, here comes the second down. And back this time on the right side, a little bit of running room. Again, Smith on the carry as the Red Devils dig in. Not much running room that time round. It'll be third down now. And looks like about 5 yards to go.
Yeah, it looked like on the play that he was injured on, he got kicked in the shin, and it looks like it's just a really bad bruise, but the big lead, 44-8, just got some ice on it, let him relax for the rest of the game and not take any chances.
All right, Trojans have the week off next week, so some extra time to heal up for this football team that Dave's going to go to 7-0 on the season.
Awesome team, no doubt about it. This time, the pass is going to be incomplete. In the lineup is E.J. Cornelius. Cornelius is in the quarterback slot. He just turned us on, replacing Brian Moss, who's had a great night tonight in the air. Incredible. Incompleted pass. Mr. Hewitt was the intended receiver, but it was a little low. Fourth down is coming now for the Bandys Trojans. He just turned us on, a little surprise. Bandys proved tonight they could move it through the air as well as on the ground.
4 touchdown passes for Brian Moss in the first half alone, one short of the school record.
Newton-Conover catches the ball at the 30-yard line, and in there is going to be the Red Devils' Ledoux Wilson, returning it for just a couple of yards as well. Let's switch you now to Frank Huffman. Frank is at St. Stephen's, so let's get an update as the Red Devils get over to ready to take the ball over. And Frank is standing by in that South Caldwell St. Stephen's game on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks again, guys, and welcome back here to St. Stephen's as the Indians have closed the gap to only 14-12 as we begin play in the fourth quarter. Jamal Freeman added his second touchdown of the night from 2 yards out to cap a short 4-play, 18-yard drive that resulted from a bad snap on a punt on South Caldwell's first possession of the third quarter. The Indians capitalized, however, the two-point conversion run failed, and South Caldwell leads it 14-12 as we begin play in the fourth quarter. Live from St. Stephen's, this is Frank Huffman on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. Now back to Bandys and Dave and Juju.
Thank you, and Frank, good job there in a 14-12 ball game. South Caldwell, is that right? Is leading St. Stephen's. My brain went somewhere else for a second. Alvin Gibson on the receiving end. Careful there, Juju.
Danny and I have this ESPN. I agree.
I will second that.
What's your second?
That brain is somewhere else. Dave, I got another injury report right after this play if I can get to it.
All right, you put it there, Danny. Second down, 10 yards. Back spasms are going to get you if you don't be good along the sidelines. Here comes the handoff again as Fincher hands it off, and Ledoux Wilson should have got the first down for Newton-Conover on the play. The ball's going to be up to about the 42-yard line. We've got some big football games coming up this weekend, Juju.
The big one tomorrow night, really. Arguably the two best teams playing the best football in the Carolinas. Well, you can throw NC State in there after last night's performance, but App State and Wake Forest tomorrow night, 5:30 broadcast time, 6:30 kickoff at Grove Stadium. And a big one for the Mountaineers. They're undefeated, ranked 10th in the country. And wow, what about the Wolfpack last night? Just dominating Syracuse and knocking off their second team that was in the top 10 of the rankings.
And we'll have that on 12:30 a.m. tomorrow night. Broadcast time is 5:30. Big fight forward for some yardage to the 46-yard line as the Red Devils move that football.
Duke plays at Georgia Tech tomorrow. That game starts at 11 a.m. Kickoff at noon on 6:30 a.m. WIRC, and then the Carolina Panthers at Atlanta. Falcons on Sunday. You can turn down the folks on the TV, turn up Bill Rosinski and Roman Gabriel, Jim Zoki and company for Panthers football Sunday at noon right here on the Sports Boy.
That's exactly what I did I was there last week, enjoyed the game. Part of it. Back to throw. The pass is going to be caught. It's first down for Newton-Conover at the 39-yard line. Matt Hodge runs under a Kaler Spencer pass and catches it for the first down. And it will be first and 10 at about the 39. 44-8 is the score. Bandys on top with a minute 14 left third quarter.
Hey, Dave, Dave, I checked with the Bandys trainer, see if she could give me some insight on my back spasm, and she said she wasn't sure, but she felt like the cause was that I've been carrying this broadcast screw on my back for the last 7 weeks, and it's really starting to take its toll.
Oh, no. I hear lawsuit coming on now. Here comes the handoff to the right side. It's going to be Ledoux Wilson again on the carry. Gets a little bit of running room, but not much there. The Bandys guys dig in. And we're seeing a lot of new fresh jerseys in there as the Trojans give some other guys a chance to play in this ball game tonight. Juju?
Sure have, Dave. A couple of starters are still in there, like Jarvis McCullough anchors up front there, but the Trojans giving up some yardage, but no big plays here. Newton-Conover, some of the guys are also. The first team are still in there. Cavario Finger at wide receiver along with Matt Hodge.
Here comes the snap, and the pass is going to be caught. It's going to be first down on his feet to the 15-yard line and almost into the clear. Cavario Finger, Juju a couple of more strides, and he would have been there out into the clear. It was a 23-yard run, catch and run, and the ball is going to be down now inside the 14-yard line. And in on the tackle is going to be Moss Brandon, who saved the touchdown for the Bandys Trojans. A little diving at the Brandon Moss. Okay. Got it. You guys are bad.
Yankees in Texas, Dave. Baseball playoffs, no score in the 4th inning.
Who cares? Wide to the right side as we go out about. I told you not to mix your balls up. We got football on our mind.
You're enough, mixed up enough.
Ed Wheeler's over there on that baseball stuff. Guy plays golf all day and listens to baseball all night. I don't know what he does for a living. What does he do? Do you know? Has he ever told you what he does?
All the time.
He does stats. That's the end of the 4th quarter. Makes enough money on a Friday night. Just do all that others during the week. 44-8. Bandys leads Newton-Conover. South Carmel on top of St. Stephen. It's Hickory getting beat by East Lincoln. North Iredell leading Fred T. Ford. Bunker Hill having a good night against West Iredell, and Maiden rolling over Lincoln as we cover all the Valley football. Live and exclusive here on the Sports Boy.
For friendly, efficient pharmaceutical service, stop by Medical Center Pharmacy. They carry the Catawba Valley's most complete selection of durable medical equipment, including wheelchairs, crutches, and walkers. And they'll help you fill out all your insurance forms at Medical Center Pharmacy, North Center Street, downtown Hickory.
For all your real estate needs, including sales, appraisals, and auctions, call North Carolina Realty and Appraisals, owner-broker Bobby Dill, or one of the fine agents, all of whom support the athletes of all the Catawba Valley High Schools. That's North Carolina Realty and Appraisal. For more information, call 466-2575.
Granite Machinery and Equipment. Hardworking people selling and servicing hardworking tractors and equipment for your farm. Granite Machinery and Equipment. 1 mile north of downtown Granite Falls on Old 321A.
I got one. The direction to your outdoor sporting needs is Hebner Hunting and Fishing Supply Incorporated on Highway 10 across from Newton Farm and Garden. Call 465-7278.
We're back. Starting the 4th quarter with a 44-8 ball game here. Bandys and Newton-Conover, the Trojans dominating this ball game tonight. A few of the fans leaving. And hopefully you got it locked in on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. Thanks for being with us. We got all the scores coming up tonight. Stay with us. The Locker Room with Dave Moser also on the way following our broadcast. All the scores and other tidbits of information, all of our hotline reports and much more, all the way up to 11 o'clock tonight when RPM Radio NASCAR Now hits the airways. Here come the Red Devils. Handoff, Ledoux Wilson hits down into the line inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line, where he's going to be knocked down on the play. Looks like about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Danny, when you look at the Trojans along the sideline, some of the reserves in there is still intensity, trying to watch that defense, trying not to give up another touchdown now?
Yeah, they really are, Juju. And believe it or not, Randy Roman's still over here pointing out and making coaching points left and right to these players or these starters that are over here on the sideline.
All right, here comes Taylor Spencer and the Red Devils of Newton-Conover. Wants to throw. Looks, fires to the corner. Not going to be on target with that one. It'll fall incomplete. So it'll be an incompleted pass. Taylor Spencer. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Frank Snyder is the name you'll want to use when you come to join us at the Golden Corral for breakfast for the coaches. That'll get you a buy one, get one free kind of breakfast buffet. And it's about $2.60, I believe it is, on your buy one, get one free deal. For 3 bars, the beverages, it's an incredible offer.
And the way things are going, Dave, the Indians looking for the first win win. They're only down 14-12 in the fourth quarter to South Caldwell, and a chance for Coach Snyder to get his first win, head coach of the Indians.
And here come the Trojans back in the other direction as they take over a moment ago. Ryan Moss hands it off in there to Clint Smith. And Clint Smith was on the run, got a couple of yards there as well.
For the Trojans.
E.J. Cornelius also in there, too, as Perry Pope checks in.
Al Gatewood on the PA. Probably heard him in the background. He does a great job here, Bandys. There's a lot of great PA guys in the Catawba County area. We've been to some areas where there've been some good PA guys. So we got the best here. Here's a fumble. The ball is loose, and Newton-Conover come up with a football. The Red Devils strip it away. I believe it was Smith again on the carry. Got stripped away on the play, and Newton-Conover will get a break here with 10 minutes and 34 seconds short on the clock, as John Mungro will get credit for the recovery for the Red Devils of Newton-Conover. So it will be a 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
Bad exchange on the snap that time, and Red Devils fell on the ball. They have it right down deep in Bandy's territory again, and they'll stick Dave with Spencer and Wilson in the backfield.
Here comes the pitch back. A couple of licks on the far side. It's going to be LeDoux Wilson on the run. Wilson there. Jarvis McLeod will be on the tackle. And it will be McCulloch on the stop with 10:18 on the clock in the ball game here at Bandys.
Trojans get the week off next week, Dave, as they'll come back and then continue their playing conference the following week. I think they play Statesville. Is that what it was? West Iredell, excuse me. And okay. Anyway, they get the week off, then they play the rest of the conference season.
All right, back to throw in the corner. It's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. Cavario Finger got some fingers on it, but he was out of bounds at the time, so it'll be an incompleted pass.
Newton-Conover back home next week. They'll play Statesville, and some big games going on in the area as well in the Catawba Valley area. Bunker Hill playing at High Bright next week. Also South Iredell at Hickory. Chase goes to Maiden Homecoming for the Blue Devils, and St. Stephen's at Brett T. Ford.
All right, here come the Red Devils. And again, back to throw. The rush is on. He gets it away before he goes down, and a fight for the ball. It's going to be a flag and maybe an interception there. I'm not sure. As lots of bodies rushing for the ball, Brandon Moss may have come up with the interception for the Bandys Trojans. Let's see. It's going to be Bandys' ball. It was a flag down the play as well, as Brandon Moss picks off the pass of Taylor Spencer, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bandys Trojans.
I think they just picked up the flag, Danny. Is that what happened? Was there a penalty flag?
Yes, Juju, there was a penalty flag. Looks like it was offsetting penalties, actually. The initial call was an ineligible receiver downfield, but the Trojans obviously had a penalty there on, so that makes it offsetting, and they should repeat 3rd down.
Newton-Conover retains possession, Dave, so they'll get another chance here against the Bandys defense down around the 10-yard line.
Tom Neff's got a report in a second from North Iredell on that Tiger Ball game. I know the Fred T. Ford fans are wondering about that.
Ford trailing at last report in the second half, 7-6. East Lincoln shutting out Hickory 14-0. It was South Caldwell leading St. Stephen's 14-12. Also in the second half, Maiden on top of Lincolnton, 36-0 on the scoreboard. They brought to you by Douglas Mobile Home Parts and Service. Red Devils go in the end zone, incomplete.
Knocked down by Brandon Moss.
And a flag on the play.
So the Red Devils go to the air with 9 minutes and 28 seconds short on the clock.
This time they'll pick up the flag and bring up 4th down situation for Newton-Conover.
They pick it up every time, Juju.
Well, they picked it up without making a call. They wave off the flag.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is that proper, Danny?
That's different.
That is proper, Juju, and I think I just realized that these referees is making my back hurt.
Hey, I've seen some places where you can go for some pretty good massages, Danny.
Yeah, I know exactly where I'm going, Dave. 3634 Brookwood Drive. I have my little nurse right at home.
All right. 9:28. Time's been called as we get it together here. And with time called, it's Bandys 44. Newton-Conover 8. East Lincoln Bunker Hill's whipping up on West Iredell. Maiden is beating Lincolnton tonight. South Caldwell on top of St. Stephen's. And we're covering all the Valleys. Football, and Tom Neff is back on the Fred T. Ford game in a moment. We do it here, live and exclusive on the Sports Boy.
Howard Furniture in Denver is your one-stop home furnishing and decorating center for quality appliances by GE, bedding by Serta, and carpeting by Mohawk. And an excellent display of wonderful furniture for every room in your home. Not only that, Howard Furniture provides the advice of a professional interior decorator to assist with your selection of floor coverings, wall coverings, countertops, accessories, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, and laminated floors. Howard Furniture does it all. From Newton on Highway 16, take a left on Highway 50. Howard Furniture.
Now when you're looking for a deal, a money-saving kind, come on in and see. We'll treat you mighty fine, 'cause we're crazy about our customers. Lord, we're crazy about our customers.
At Garrett and Dyer Ford, we won't be undersold when it comes to new Ford cars, trucks, vans, and sport utility vehicles. So come our way and trade your way on the area's largest selection of trucks, like Explorers, Expeditions, F-Series, Rangers, and Windstars. We've got them with the deals the other guys just can't beat. At Garrett and Dyer Ford, Highway 70 West in Conover. Call 464-3431.
Back here, and let's keep it right here. Tom Neff patiently standing by. We will update you on that Fred T. Ford ball game, but we just got a pass interference call against Bandys. Juju, bring us up to speed. Newton-Conover's got the ball at the 5-yard line.
And they're in the end zone, Dave, so they'll get a first down here. Newton-Conover trying to get on the board again.
And the run to the left side, trying to break a tackle. Ledoux Wilson on the run. Unable to get it in there. He's back to the line of scrimmage at about a yard. Greg Bennett on the stop for the Bandys. Trojans on the play as well. Bennett on the tackle.
Indeed, for Bennett, he is one of the... had a fine game. He made some big hits early in the first half, and he's in there trying to contain Ledoux Wilson.
So with 8 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock, it's a second down now.
Danny, there's a big guy right behind you, John Vaughn.
Yeah, that don't scare me, Juju.
Here comes the pass in the end zone. Touchdown. As the Red Devils go to the air, and Cabario Finger catches the football. And the Red Devils score with 8 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock in a 44-14 ball game here. As in the air, Taylor Spencer to Cabario Finger for 6 points, and the board now shows 14 for Newton-Conover.
8-yard touchdown pass. His Finger just a quick slant across the middle, beat his man, and Spencer laid it right in there, so the Red Devils get back on the board. They'll probably go for 2 here. A lot of 4s here tonight, huh?
Extra points on the way. Here comes the snap, and they're going to give it right up the middle, but it's not going to be good for the points. He could not get into the end zone, as Wilson could not get in. So with 8 minutes and 42 seconds short on the clock, the score now in this ball game here at Bandys. Bandys 44, Newton-Conover 14. Tom Neff and Fred T. Ford coming up in a second as we do it live and exclusive here on 6:30 and 12:30 a.m. where the Sports Voice is.
Beautiful, stunning diamonds, gold, and precious stones. Canova Jewelry Connection has it all. If there's someone you'd like to express your love to, start at Canova Jewelry Connection. Opie Williams invites you to drop by and be dazzled. He'll give you the personal attention you want and the prices that simply cannot be beat. And remember, Canova Jewelry Connection offers ring cleaning and quality jewelry repair, too. So for the perfect way to express your love, come to Canova Jewelry Connection, next to Domino's Pizza in the Kmart Shopping Center, Conover.
Cook Sporting Goods is your headquarters for all your sporting equipment. They do sports right. Whatever your sport, Cook's has your equipment. Cook Sporting Goods has a general sporting team division, weight and fitness department, ski and snowboard department, a tennis department, activewear and sweats, a full line of sporting goods. You can even get leather jackets from Cook's. Come in today and let one of their courteous staff members help you find just what you need to improve your game. Cook Sporting Goods, 2628 2nd Street Northwest, Hickory. We do sports right.
Back here, a beautiful turn for the Bandys Trojans. Mark Marcus Hewitt broke 2 or 3 tackles and finally got caught up with at about the 19-yard line, returning the Newton-Conover kick 58 yards before he was finally dragged down from behind. LeDoux Wilson, who else, finally said, I'm going to get you, but not after a beautiful run, or not before, rather, a beautiful run on the play by Marcus Hewitt. 58 yards for it. Here come the Bandys Trojans. Get one play, and I'm going to Tom Neff. Here comes the handoff left side. Some running room, big hole to the corner to the 10 and tackled at the 9-yard line. So in there on the carry is Clint Smith and gets some running room. Should be enough for the first down. It's going to be first and goal to go for the Bandys Trojans as they put another first down on the list. Charlie Drummond on the tackle. Tom, you've been patient. Let's go to you now. We want to know about the Tigers. As Freddy Ford is at North Iredell, and at North Iredell is Tom Neff on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks, guys. This is Tom Neff at North Iredell High School on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. The end of the third quarter here at North Iredell. The score tied at 14 between Freddy Ford and North Iredell. Tigers used a drive that even Maiden High School would be proud of to open the third quarter to take a 14-7 lead. The Tigers rolled off a 13-play, 68-yard drive to take their lead. B.J. Walton finished the touchdown the drive by scoring from 3 yards out. Quarterback Randall Boss added the 2-point conversion on a bootleg run to the left side. As impressive as Ford's drive was, the Raiders' tie score was even more so, and it only took 13 seconds. Darren Nelson of North Iredell took the subsequent kickoff, returned it 78 yards for the game-tying touchdown. Again, our score here at North Iredell with Ford driving, tied at 14 apiece. I'm Tom Neff at Coca-Cola Football Hotline. I'll bet to Dave and Juju at Bandys.
All right, thank you, Tom. We're going to get back to that game close. That's the only real close game we've got, except South Caldwell and St. Stephen's. We're going back to Frank Huff and get an update on that one. Frank, you'll be checking in a moment, I'm sure. Here we've had a couple of penalties. Bandys has got the ball. They're going to mark off a few yards against the Trojans. And while they're doing that, why don't we go ahead and go to Alan Haynes. He's at West Iredell, and Bunker Hills Bears are having a good night there. Let's take you to West End Alan Haynes on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline.
Thanks again, guys. Here at West Iredell at the end of the third quarter, it's Bunker Hill 26, West Iredell 0. Bunker Hill added another touchdown on a bend finger 1-yard run with 7:58 left in the third quarter. That was set up on a 48-yard pass from quarterback Ben Abernathy to Chris Arndt down to the 1-yard line where Finger carried it in. The conversion run failed, and Bunker Hill led 26-0. Now with 11:11 left in the football game, Bunker Hill is driving once again. They now have it 1st and 10 with the ball resting at the West Iredell 12-yard line. So with the Bears threatening once again here at West Iredell, it's Bunker Hill 26, West Iredell 0. I'm Alan Haynes reporting on the Coca-Cola Football Hotline. Now back to Dave and Juju.
Thanks, Alan. Boy, the Bears having a good night. Juju against West Iredell.
Yeah, coming off back-to-back losses, Bunker Hill wanting to get back at the SC7 race save. A win tonight, and they're right back in it. Only Bandys would be undefeated as it stands right now. So Bunker Hill winning impressively, and Fred T. Ford looking to go 2-0, and the Western Foothills Conference tied at 14 as they're playing at North Iredell tonight.
Bandys has got the ball at the 9-yard line. Here's the keeper, and into the end zone. Touchdown. The quarterback who's been in here the fourth quarter, E.J. Cornelius, will take it in from about 9 yards out, and Bandys has scored again. The Trojans put more points on the board. It's a 50-14 ball game with 6:28 on the clock.
Danny, impressive play by Cornelius on a quarterback sneak. He didn't even get touched.
Yeah, he really has. He really ran 3 times in a row, including the penalty, and it was there.
Cornelius getting the touchdown on the quarterback sneak.
Here comes the point after attempt. Hello, but it's Mystic Juju kind of kick. It really was way off. A 50-14 ball game. Bandys on top. The point after no good. So now with 6 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock, the Trojans continue to stretch their lead here at Bandys. Maiden has stretched theirs too. Bunker Hill as well. It's all even. Fred T. Ford, North Iredell. That's the close one of the night. Hickory being beaten by East Lincoln, and it's tight. South Caldwell and St. Stephen 14-12. South is on top as we cover all the Valley football live and exclusive here on the Sports Boy.
Great cars, what you gonna do? Everett Chevrolet's got great cars for you.
Cars was taped live at Everett Chevrolet. All buyers are proven to get a better deal here than anywhere.
I've been on this beat a long time. A lot's changed since I was a rookie salesman, but the main thing is I protect my customers and make sure they always go home satisfied.
David, please.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you think you could choose one out of a lineup?
I'll try.
Okay, just pick any new Chevrolet car.
Any car?
Except the Corvette.
Oh.
Out of Everett Chevrolet's lineup. Then drive it home for just $200 under invoice.
Wow.
If you cannot afford a vehicle yourself, a special GMAC financing rate is available for you. Or you have the right to keep any factory rebates for yourself.
Oh, my.
Now, can you identify the car you want?
The Camaro. That's the one.
Score another one for the good guys.
Great cars, what you gonna do? Everett Chevrolet's got great cars for you.
Everett Chevrolet, Highway 70 Hickory, 40 minutes from Charlotte Airport.
The ball is at the 34. We're back here at Bandys tonight. Dave in the morning along with Juju Phillips. We've got Ed Wheeler and Danny Hips along the sideline. Mark Midget upon the broadcast. Alan Haynes, Dennis Spinfield, Tom Neff, and Frank Huffman all bring us the action of football across the Catawba Valley tonight. Red Devils have it. Handoff is up the middle. There's the hole, and down across the 40 to the 45 and 50-yard line goes Newton-Conover as Ledoux Wilson carried. Whoops, I don't believe that. That was Alvin Gibson, excuse me. Alvin Gibson streaking through the line to come for some running room.
Checking scores on the Douglas Mobile Home Parts and Service scoreboard. On the out-of-town scoreboard now, High Brighton leading Statesville 21-13. Mooresville ahead of South Iredell 21-7. Mooresville 21, South Iredell 7. And a final score in, Alexander Central defeats East Berg. Final of 27-0. So the Cougars, even their record is 3-3 with a victory tonight on the road up in Iker, Dave. An impressive win for Alexander Central.
Absolutely. The ball is at...
Also, another score, David, a surprise there in the fourth quarter. Kings Mountain undefeated this year. I think they're 5-0. They're tied with Freedom, 7-7 in the second half in the fourth quarter of that one down in Morganton. Area scores, Fred T. Ford and North Iredell tied at 14. Hickory still trails East Lincoln at last report in the fourth quarter, 14-0. Bunker Hill all over West Iredell, 26-0. Maiden all over Lincolnton, 36-0 in their ball game.
No place to run as the Trojans, way behind the line of scrimmage, surround the Red Devils, and there's no place for Ledoux Wilson. And it will be a fourth down, or is it third down coming? Third down.
Chase ahead of Cherryville, 28-13. Chase visiting Maiden next week. Homecoming at Tom Brown Stadium.
The locker room comes up after our broadcast tonight. We'll have it live from our studios. We'll take some calls in as Dave Moser joins Dwayne Cousin for that tonight. And lots of action there as you get all the scores and all the information on tonight's games from almost everywhere. Here's the pass, complete to the corner and out of bounds. A hard lick at about the 44-yard line. Scott Wilson caught it, and he's jerked out of bounds as Michael Anthony's in the quarterback slot now for Newton-Conover, goes to the air and complete.
Fans in the area, some of the out-of-town games on the way back to the Valley and have a chance maybe give a call in, check in, and make a comment or two about the game maybe they saw, and some thoughts on high school football, Dave, as we're really getting into the nitty-gritty now for the 1998 football season. Or something like that.
I like that nitty-gritty.
Nitty-gritty.
Nothing wrong with nitty-gritty.
Dirt band.
It's fourth down, and the Red Devils are going to punt it away, and they do. And back at about the 15-yard line, and finally it's going to be down. Whoa, it hit a Bandys player, and he finally had to fall on it and scoop it up. As Greg Bennett really didn't mean for it to hit him, hit the ground and bounced up against him. But he recovered the ball. It'll be Bandys' ball, and the ball is going to be at about the 16-yard line. First and 10 for the Bandys Trojans. We're going to be going to Mark Midget. Heck, let's do it now. Mark says he's ready, so let's check in. The Maiden Blue Devils are at Lincolnton. And let's check in and get the latest on the Coca-Cola football hotline. Here's Mark Midget. Mark?
This is Mark Midget at Lincoln High School on the Coca-Cola football hotline, where the score at the end of 3 quarters in the game between the hosts, Lincoln and Wolves, and visiting Maiden Blue Devils stands Maiden 43, Lincoln 0. After leading 36-0 at halftime, Maiden turned a quick score in the 3rd quarter, a defensive score. Shane Hudson intercepted a Lincoln pass on the 15-yard line, returned it 15 yards for a touchdown. Ryan Coulter kicked the extra point to give Maiden a 43-0 lead, which it still holds now with 9 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the football game. It's been a very easy football game in the second half. Lots of substitutes for the Blue Devils. Coach Tom Brown getting an opportunity to play a number of substitutes. And again, this is Mark Midget. The score, Maiden 43, Lincoln 0. From Lincoln High School, we'll take you back to WNNC.
All right, back here with 4 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. Thank you, Mark. Great job there. The Maiden Blue Devils having a good night tonight for Tom Brown and his 250th career victory.
Well, you talk about teams that have taken a big fall. Lincoln, they were in the state championship in the 3A not too long ago, doesn't seem like, with their great running backs that they had, and Charles Briggs and that whole crowd, and all of a sudden, Lincoln's winless this year, 0-6.
Second down here, the Red Devils have got the ball. Michael Anthony hands it off, trying to find some running room for Newton-Conover on the play. Red Devils Trey Lutz. Lutz carries the ball, gets some yardage for the Red Devils down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Remember Boo,
the running back?
Boo Lutz.
Or Maiden, for the Lincoln Wolves.
Oh, yeah.
They rang that bell a lot down through the years, but Dave, like anything in high school football, things just go in cycles, up and down cycles.
Nothing wrong with an up and down cycle. Let's see, here we go, a 3rd down. And Anthony on the keeper with no place to go. It'll bring up a 4th down now.
Danny, you can't do those deep knee bands with Coach Lohman, can you? As much as you used to.
Hey, you really can't. He kind of a different time.
Apparently, hips okay along the sideline. Getting up down okay. Shook Family Chiropractic brings you the injury report.
I never had a problem with that first one, Dave. That second one's always been tough.
You're going to be all right. 2:38 short on the clock. And this time, it's going to be a pass to the corner of the end zone, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Intended down there from Michael Anthony to Scott Wilson, and it will fall incomplete. He just turned us on. It's 15 for Bandys and 14 for the Newton-Conover Red Devils with 2 minutes and 27 seconds short on the clock in the ball game. All the scores, all the information you need on high school football coming up on the Locker Room Show with Dave Moser. That'll be after the game. And, of course, a lot of excitement down in Charlotte for the last couple of days. And RPM Radio NASCAR now.
A lot of surprise people on the pole position tomorrow and on Sunday. Derek Cope, 16 years on the Winston Cup circuit, 330 races, his first pole. Scott Blaney on the pole for the Busch race coming up tomorrow afternoon.
All right, here comes the handoff of the Trojans. A little bit of running room. Fumble, it's loose. Let's see who's got the football at the 28-yard line as it's squirted out of there. Looks like it's going to be recovered by the Trojans, and it will be Bandys football.
Matt Beard fumbled the football, and Snodgrass recovered, Dave.
And had many of those this year. They're doing better. Minute 54 seconds on the clock here. Don't forget Panthers and Falcons. They're playing in Atlanta, 12 noon broadcast. Kickoff is 1 o'clock on Sunday here on the Sport Point.
Beard will carry the football again, Dave, and the Trojans are going to go to 7-0. And again, tomorrow morning at 7:15 on the radio, we have the state report. North Carolina High School football scoreboard with Eddie Thomas. We'll find out how Clinton High School did. #1 ranked in the state, the 2A rankings. Trojans didn't get a first-place vote this week, so you wonder now, the way things go, if they'll move a little bit closer and narrow those rankings down a little bit.
The ball is going to be at the 30-yard line. Trojans have certainly proven they're maybe even more versatile with their offense than first thought.
And for Newton-Conover, Dave, even though they're going to lose this game, they'll lose a championship, but they're still very much in the hunt for a playoff spot, as well as a lot of other teams right now in the SD7.
Seconds remain in the ball game. Less than a minute to go now as Bandys lines up over the ball with a fourth down coming, and they're going to be kicking it away to the Red Devils of Newton-Conover back at about the 18-yard line. A lot of fans leaving. Thanks for joining us on 6:30 a.m. and 12:30 a.m. Remember, both spots on the dial are the place to get high school football. Just find the one that's best for you, 12:30 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. Our Charter Communications cables channels 10 and 63, depending on where you are in the Charter Communications system. All the football tonight, and a delay of game against against Bandys. They're just going to let the clock run out and win tonight here in a 50-14 ball game over the Red Devils of Newton-Conover at Bandys. Big crowd on hand. Lots of great hospitality every time we come to Bandys, and we appreciate that very much. All the scores coming in: Alan Haynes, Dennis Binfield, Tom Neff, Frank Huffman, Mark Midget. There's the kick, and the fair catch is going to be called at about the 45-yard line. A couple of other scores we might want to hit on the Douglas Mobile Home Parts and Service scoreboard.
Alexander Central shut out East Burke tonight, 27-0 on the road. Mooresville was leading South Iredell. Close game, though, 21-7. That game in the fourth. And it was High Bright trying to win on the road at Statesville, leading that 21-13 in the fourth quarter. And a surprise in the fourth, Kings Mountain, undefeated, tied with Freedom, 7-7 up in Morganton.
20 seconds left as the Red Devils will have the ball. Ended off, and boom, not much place to go. And that's probably going to be the end of the ball game as the Red Devils find no running room. The clock is going to tick down, and Bandys is going to walk away with another impressive win tonight. What a team they've got here at Bandys. One to be proud of. 50-14, it's a 0 time on the clock, and Bandys has won again tonight, this time over the Newton-Conover Red Devils in a 50-14 ball game here at Bandys. And we knew they were an awesome team. You've watched them several times, given us live coverage and play-by-play.
Kind of love. Tender, hot, but with no regrets.
Arby's Chicken Cordon Bleu. Love it after one bite or your money back.
Arby's is a lot like Barry. When it comes to love, neither of us gets any complaints.
You can go anywhere and get ordinary chicken, but you can only get this Chicken Cordon Bleu at Arby's.
Tonight, the world is full of light, with suns and moons all over the place. Tonight, let's just be friends. Tonight, there's only you tonight.
There's a man down the road by the name of Dwight who likes to shop for groceries very late at night. While most folks are busy getting ready for bed, Food Lion is where Dwight will head. Shopping at night is a breeze for him because that's when the crowds are the most thin. To Food Lion and back, Dwight travels with ease without missing his favorite show on late-night TV. Food Lion, we don't think it's funny to waste time or money.
When you help a single mom get ahead in the world, it's you who feels on top of it. When you help a child grow, it's you who feels 10 feet tall. When you give even a little to help someone grow old with dignity, it's you who feels like $1 million. When you give to the United Way, it's not only the people you help who feel better about themselves, it's you.
Now, back to Football Friday Night.
And welcome back to our NASCAR edition of Football Friday Night. You know, Bandys' team speed is so good, NASCAR actually wants to take some spoiler away from them. And recently, our Terry the T-Bone Allen been running so good, Jack Roush says he's cheating. Tonight, he brings us Bandys, Newton-Conover.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 6-0 Bandys against the 5-2 Red Devils of Newton-Conover. Who would cross the finish line first? Looks like Bandys found the right setup, and the track was perfect for a good run. Bandys' backs found the groove as they seemingly scored at will. A few ill-timed caution flags kept the score 38-0 at the halfway point. Newton-Conover pit crew adding a few rounds of wedge, trying to dial in a sputtering offense. It seems as though they hit on the right combination, but Bandys' defense kept the Red Devils in the Trojans' rearview mirror. Bandys rolls up 501 total offensive yards, blowing the doors off of a spirited Red Devil squad. Bandys across the finish line first, 50-14 over the Red Devils of Newton-Conover. At Bandys High School, I'm T. Allen for Football Friday Night.
All right, thanks a lot, T-Bone. Cheerleaders were ready for Lincolnton and Maiden, but Lincolnton, well, they ran into the minibus. Cedric Shuford gets things started with the 2-yard touchdown run, and they park the minibus and go to the air. Rodney Hoffman connects with Ryan Coulter for the touchdown, and the Wolves were left to say, come, join me. Take a load off, compadre. Brian Sigmund trying to set up the screen, but I guess he couldn't see over 6'1" Shane Hudson. He takes it into the house for the touchdown. Defensive lineman's dream. And folks, congratulations to Tom Brown as he wins his 250th game. Maiden wins 51-14.
I'll tell you what, talk about a class act as well. Time to wave the white flag, but on the last